mahal aking tangan, kailan may di ka iiwan, magpasawalang hanggan. Pagtangis at pagdurusa ng bayan kong sinisinta, araw-araw ay dalangin, laya'y mapasahin. Pilipinas kong mahal, damdamin ko'y sinisigaw, galaw ng bawat sandali.
Mr. Chair, in accordance with our rules, as I've said earlier, this will be the third time that I'm telling all the resource persons, let the interpellator finish the question first. And in fact, if I impose the rule strictly, the resource persons can only speak until I recognize you.
Thank you, sir.
Kung pwede lang patapusin nyo yung tanong bago kayo sumakot para hindi tayo magkakagulo rito.
Babalikan ko yung tanong ko. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Seth, sa dami ng followers ninyo, in putting out information or posting items such as what has been presented before this committee, are you saying categorically that you do not feel any responsibility for the weight and for the consequences of your posts?
Can I answer now?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I am saying that I am merely writing about what I see as the pulse of the masses, which is that they were afraid that there were policemen. That's why also I am very careful that I said thou. And to our honorable policeman, I'm not apologizing because I wrote that. I'm apologizing because you don't know the context of what I wrote. And what I wrote was, please don't resign. Because if you really want to make a difference in our country, you can best do it from the inside. It was not a condemnation of people who were resigning, but a reminder that if you're given a rare opportunity to change something that you do not like, do
I
it
think, Mr.
from the
Chair,
inside.
I think, Mr. Chair, the resource person is not answering the question because we want to focus solely on those first two statements, which I think carries a significant weight. Yung pagsasabi na maraming pulis ang nag-resign at nagbibitiw, whether it's Dow or what, we're presenting a scenario that could be harmful even to national security. And in fact, if you ask me, personally, there should have been legal consequences for this. I don't know, we have a representative from PNP, so we can hear from it. Mr. Chair, do we have somebody from...
Yes, General Torre, can you please answer?
Mr. Chair, General Torre, have there been any incident of massive resignations following the arrest of the former president?
If the qualification for the word massive, sir, is more than the normal, then there's none, sir. But for there are regular resignations, but it's not connected to this issue, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. What I'm trying to point out, Mr. Chair, is kung hindi ang isang social media influencer or somebody who uses social media doesn't feel responsible for one's postings, no? At even doesn't consider that whatever effect it may have on the minds of many others na nagbabasa o nakakabasa dun sa mga post niya, I think, Mr. Chair, we're treading in dangerous ground here. Kasi clearly, an audience of 10,000 per post is no small following. And I think, whatever the circumstances are, it's incumbent upon those who use social media to take responsibility for their postings, especially when such matter actually affect national security and affect our society as a whole. And I think in this case, this is something that we should carefully consider, especially that the resource person, Mr. Chair, in many of her posts have actually made accusations, criticism, or exposés about public officials, about public offices and agencies. And I think we have to draw the line whether the canons of journalism, especially that Mrs. Crisette Chu is a journalist by profession, that there should be a clear demarcation between personal posts, especially what should determine, I think, Mr. Chair, should be the content of the post rather than who the one writing is. And especially in the case of Mrs. Crisette Chu, her being a journalist, make sure that a serious journalist, as she mentioned, will not publish rumors, because basically the way she explains it is that she has made this post on the basis of social media rules. Are actually those who are showbiz reporters. So the article on the resignation, and we can see on the following post, there has been no effort, Mr. Chair, to actually verify. May I ask the resource person again, Mr. Chair, after learning, have there been any efforts on your part to rectify or to correct the impression that you said you've articulated in your social media post?
Mr. Chair, can I answer this, sir? He's belaboring the point that this is news. It was not news. The reason I said Dow, was that it was not news, but for me, that if this was true, and you could read it in my post, if totoo ito, please don't do it. I did not say, you can make a difference, you can make a distinction if you were trained in journalism between establishing something and saying, if this is true, please don't do it, and announcement, many policemen have resigned. That's the difference. I wanted to predicate what I wrote with something that was Dow, because it was a reminder to our policemen that please do not leave us, please think it through, that you can do more inside. So sir, for me it was more an opinion piece based on the general impression of when I wrote it, sir.
So now it's an opinion piece, Mr. Chair. That's how she's referring
on
it.
Facebook are opinion pieces po,
So,
sir,
Mr. Chair, this would be my last point. Would you agree, Mrs. Crisette, if you would, I would be so direct that what you've written on your post is simply somebody's ranting, sensationalizing a rumor heard in social media without no effort to verify, with simply the effort to create some questions or to insinuate a situation that would actually affect national security. Because that's how you explained it. You simply sensationalized a rumor you heard online without considering, without even taking the effort to verify, and without considering the possible effects on national security on a matter that is very sensitive given the political situation of the country right now. And you feel no responsibility whatsoever to the 10,000 impressions or readers that who may be influenced by the opinions that you raised. You really don't care about what people will do or say or take after reading your post. Is that correct, Mrs. Crisette?
Mr. Chair, I will reply now. Okay, sir, I do not feel any responsibility because my conscience is clear. It was not phrased as news. It was
I agree
something,
na, Mr. Chair.
sir.
I agree na. I'm not saying, I agree with what you're saying. It's not news. But you simply sensationalized on social media a rumor that you've heard or read or whatsoever without any effort to verify it as a responsible social media user and without consideration that given your following, the people who read and actually listen to you on a matter that's sensitive to national security.
Mr.
Wala
Chair,
akong pakialam kung anong gagawin at iisipin ng mga tao. Basta sinulat ni Crisette Chu, naniniwala yung mga tao, bahala maniwala sila, hindi. Wala kang pakialam doon.
Mr. Chair, may I already reply? The fact that the PNP felt there was a need to issue a clarification meant it was not me who thought about going around. I never claimed to have first-hand information about this. That's why it was very important to me to say.
But neither did you, Mr. Chair, neither did you say also in the same post that I do not have a first-hand information about this. Diba?
Yes,
Wala ka
Mr.
naman
Chair,
sinabi.
that was why I said thou, and it was not faced as a news.
3 words
but
is not,
but for me as a reminder to our policemen, sir.
Okay, granted arguendo that that's the case, no? Now that the PNP has actually explained, and you even hear General Torres say, Mr. Chair, Mrs. Crisette, that it's not true. Are you willing to apologize for anybody who may have thought wrongfully? You should say, you claim is not your attention. Are you willing to apologize to those who may have thought or have taken your statement as truthful and factual?
Sir, I will not apologize only because if you read the entire post, it was to support the PNP and it was a good post. It was not news. So, sir, I'm sorry if you think if
Mr. Chair, I'm saying, yaminado naman ho ng resource person na nakuha lang niya yung chismis sa social media. Diba? Tapos ginawa niya ng buong kwento na yung mga police, this and that. That I would leave it to you because that's your opinion, calling on the police for whatever. But I'm asking you now that the police itself, the police organization, officially, and General Torre has now confirmed that, saying that there has been no mass resignation. Are you willing to rectify? Because many would have read your statement and read it without the doubts. Maybe some people actually, we have more than 30 clippings of your post, and people in their comments actually take in your statements as truthful. Now you're presented with an example that your statement has been debunked officially by the police, and General Torre was here with us. Are you still not willing to correct yourself officially?
Sir, Mr. Chairman, in my training for journalism, the DAO is very important, sir.
Mr. Chair,
And
the
also,
problem
sir,
with our resource
to our
person
police,
is
sir,
she claims to be a journalist whenever it's convenient, and a private person whenever it's convenient. And if you go back to my manifestation earlier, Mr. Chair, that's actually the problem that we have today. You have people who are able to amplify issues without being bound by the canons of journalism. Diba? Subukan kaya ng komentaristang sabihin yan on air, on radio, kung hindi yan matanggal yung license niya sa KBP. And our social media influence, well, not everyone, but those who are able to peddle on sensationalized news or rumors on the basis of mere rumors, no? And I'm not bound by any accountability. Don't even, as the resource person has said, Mr. Chair, doesn't even feel responsible for the consequences of her statements. And I think we're treading on dangerous grounds here. Because, as I said earlier, something that you repeat over and over again, for someone who has a following of 10,000 per impressions per post, 100,000, following 500,000 in her previous account, then 200,000 in this current account. That's something that should be considered. Where do we draw the line between one statement and the accountability that he or she must bear for her readers? If this was a matter, Mr. Chair, and I'd like to wind up now, that affects my person, I wouldn't really mind, because I think being criticized openly comes with the job that we have. It comes with being elected to public office. But when it is a matter of national security, when it is a time when the country should be protected rather than weakened by all this misinformation and disinformation, I think we need to draw the line. I think that's all for my question, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, respectfully po, this is what I would like to say, is why a lot of people are afraid to speak out and are afraid of this
Mr. Chair,
kasi yun po yung sinasabing prior restraint na parang natatakot kami to speak out. Because sir, people are watching us, the Filipinos are watching us, and I
Mr.
know
Chair,
they're not stupid, sir. They know what
Mr. Chair,
we mean by now, what we say by
Mr.
now.
Why? Do you feel threatened now?
Yes, sir.
Are we...
Yes, sir, because, sir, may I... yes, sir,
I think
feel
there are
threatened
many
now,
people
sir.
here. I don't think we are harassing you.
Sir, not you, sir. Mr. Asidra, sir. Because, sir, may I just share that we have a history because we are both from Leyte.
Anyway,
yes, sir, and I have been
Mr.
a
Chair, I
vocal
already,
critic, sir.
Mr. Chair, if I
Mr.
may.
Shet, I think Representative Asidra has already finished his
Thank you, sir.
interpolation.
Sorry, sir.
Maybe...
Mr. Chair, I already said in my opening statement that whatever she posted many things about me, but I would not discuss that. But I think criticism like that, however unfair it is, comes with the territory of public service. But for someone to comment on national security, for an issue that affects our country, I think that's when you draw the line. I don't think this is about silencing anyone. I don't think this is harassment, because why would you feel harassed when you believe that you've been saying the truth? Because no amount of harassment can ever drown the truth. But if you've been using such power and influence to sensationalize, to influence, to manipulate adversely, without taking even responsibility for what you said or wrote, I think that's not silencing someone. That's just putting it right where personal responsibility should be held. And that's it, Mr. Chair.
Before we continue, the Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of our Senior Deputy Speaker, Aurelio Dong Gonzalez Jr. And online, we have Honorable Marie Escudero, Honorable Mitch Cayon, and Honorable Dan Fernandez. The Chair now recognizes Representative Benny Abante for his interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to follow up the questions of Congressman Asidre to Ms. Crisette Laureta Chu. Ms. Crisette, will you be able to answer my question?
Congressman, Mr. Chair, yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know if Ms. Crisette actually wrote something about me. No, I don't remember doing that. I don't remember her saying things against me. Have you ever made a statement against me, Ms. Crisette, at one time?
I'm not sure, sir, but I'm sure I've been hurt by some of the things that the Quadcom during the time of...
Mr. Chair, so you have been hurt.
Yes,
Why
sir.
are you hurt?
Because,
Are you the ones being investigated? Why are you hurt?
no, sir, because I'm a supporter, and I just want to be honest, sir.
Mr. Chair, what I'm saying is this: you are not being investigated. I'd like to ask a question. Why are you hurt?
Sir, Mr. Chair, I will just answer honestly. For example, if you are a supporter of a certain politician, as I'm sure your supporters in your district in Manila know, if somebody you love or support is attacked or investigated, it hurts you. But sir, I'm just being honest because I don't remember that I said anything about you. I'm just saying that I'm sure that maybe there were. I'm not sure, sir. I'm sorry. I don't think I've said anything bad
Mr.
about
Chair,
you.
I will not belabor anymore on what she said about me, no? But I just would like to reiterate what Congressman Jude has been saying all along. You said, you're a journalist, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm not a journalist.
Yes, sir.
And you said a while ago that you write what you feel. Am I right?
On my Facebook, sir, not on my job.
Yeah, you said you write what you feel. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I do not need to be a journalist to write what I feel. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So why do you always say you're a journalist?
Because they asked me, sir, what I do.
You were not asked about being a journalist. You said it, that you are a journalist. Now,
Sir,
being a journalist, Mr. Chair, binanggit mo yung daw. Is that what you feel? Or are you trying to say now that that is what the masses feel?
Mr. Chairman, that's what the impression I got from the social media platforms.
The
like TikTok.
impression
Yes, sir.
that you got.
We call it social media impression, sir.
Well, I'm quite ignorant with the social media impression, Mr. Chair. But what I'm saying is this. You said that you write what you feel. Now, when you said daw, na maraming nag-resign na mga pulis, daw, alright? You were not writing what you feel. You're actually writing what you think the masses feel. Am I right?
Sir, in the first part of the sentence, yes, sir. And then the second part of the post where I had my own opinion, it was what I felt, sir.
So you believe that what you were writing, what you believe to be what the masses feel?
Yes, sir, that's right, sir.
All right. So you're not writing what you feel, actually.
Yes, sir, as well, sir.
Therefore, you were wrong in your first statement.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Good, very good. I'm so glad that you admitted that. All right. Now here's.
In light of the new information, sir, in light of the
I do
press
not need
release,
you to
sir.
explain. I don't need you to explain, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You admitted you're wrong, and that's it.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. Now I'd like to ask General Torre here. You answered a moment ago, General Torre, that when you speak of a mass resignation, there is none. There's none. Will you please explain further so that Ms. Cosette Chu will be able to understand that is not what the masses feel?
Well, there's really nobody on record who filed their resignation, sir, just because of the Duterte arrest, sir. There's none on record right now, sir.
Do you believe that, Ms. Cosette? Do you believe the statement of General Torre?
Yes, sir, because he has the insider information. I believe him, sir.
Would you now please write something about that? Even if you do not apologize, would you now please write
Yes,
something
sir,
about
if you
that,
wish,
that you
sir.
believe, not just a moment, that you believe that with the statement of General Torre? Would you please write that?
Yes, sir. I will write, sir, that according to the PNP, there were no mass resignations due to the Duterte arrest.
Thank you,
sir.
And therefore, you were wrong. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for admitting that again. All right, now, I would like to understand what you wrote also here, December 28, 2024. I have the copy here, and the picture. I was actually asking my colleagues here, who is this lady in that picture, and I was told that this is the the daughter of the former president. Now you said, yung anak ka ng presidente, kapatid ka ng VP, mayor at congressman, pero kailangan mo magbenta ng deodorant sa TikTok with matching actual application of deodorant sa kilikili mo because sayang ang pera para may pambili ka ng luho. Samantalang ang anak ng mga congressman lang na kung sino-sino nag-aaral abroad sa Europe at Switzerland at walang alam sa buhay, akala hardworking lang ang kanilang mga magulang. I would like to understand this. I would like to understand what you feel about this. Now you tell us right here in this committee, anong ibig sabihin itong impression na ito?
Mr. Chair, respectfully, I would like to say that there are many congressmen whose children live lives that are far beyond what their son and other parents have.
Well, Mr. Chair, to inform Ms. Crisette that I have 3 children and they never went to Switzerland to study.
Yes, sir. Not
Okay.
you. It's not you, sir.
All right, not me.
Yes,
so
sir.
therefore, who are you referring to?
Sir, I would...
You give us names. Who are you referring to? You made a statement that there are a lot of congressmen. Therefore, you tell us now, who are you referring to?
Sir, Mr. Chair, respectfully, my counsel does not want me to mention.
Your counsel is wrong. You made a statement, samantalang ang anak ng mga congressman. You made that statement, maraming congressman. So I'm asking you right now, sino-sino congressman yun na may mga anak na nag-aral sa Europe at Switzerland na walang alam sa buhay? Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Yun ang impression mo, di ba? Alright, you tell us now. Because that is not only an impression, Mr. Chair. She is telling us something that she believed to be true.
Your Honor, as counsel for resource person
Mr. Chair,
issue,
does the council have the right to speak in this committee?
The council should wait for the chair to recognize you. Representative Banti first.
Right, I'd like to find out. Because look, nung sinabi mo, ang mga anak ng congressman lang na kung sino-sino nag-aaral abroad sa Europe at Switzerland at walang alam sa buhay. That is not only writing what you feel. It is writing what you know. That's your conclusion. Therefore, I would like to find out, sino ang tinutukoy mo congressman dito? Ipangalan mo na. Oh, palagay ko walang congressman matatakot dito. Meron pang mali, Mr. Chair? Is there anything wrong with any congressman who can afford to let his children study in Europe and Switzerland? Is there anything wrong with that, Mr. Chair? Let me ask you, yes or no? Is there anything wrong with that?
Ms. Crisette, kindly answer the question.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair, may I be allowed
Would you allow the council?
I will allow counsel to speak first after she answers. After she answers.
Okay,
Your
Ms. Crisette,
Honor,
please answer the question.
Your Honor, to facilitate the expectation of the Honorable Congressman, may I be allowed to give 1 minute just to confer with my client, Your Honor?
Attorney Bello, tapusin muna natin yung question to Crisette. Pag na answer niya na satisfactorily, then we can proceed with your manifestation. Ms. Crisette, please answer the question.
yes, sir.
Your Honor,
Mr. Chair.
my request is
Ms.
that...
Sec
Your
Bello, wait until you are recognized. Crisette Chu is being recognized as of now. We have rules to follow in this. Ms. Crisette, kindly answer the question.
Sir,
Your Honor,
Ms.
just reconsideration, Your Honor. My request, Your Honor, is that before my client will answer, may I be allowed 1 minute to
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor, to
Mr. Chair,
clarify with the
Are
permission
you
of the
referring to
Honorable
a
Congressman.
legal advice? Would you like to confer with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you
just-
confer with your client first.
Yes, Your Honor.
We have a 1 minute suspension.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Wala na, dapat makasurvive tayo dito hanggat na maging presidente si Inday Sara. Ubus kami nito, guys. Kailangan mag-survive lahat ng mga DDS vlogger hanggat maging presidente si Inday Sara. Kasi pag hindi kami mag-survive, ubos kaming lahat. Kulong kaming lahat nito talaga. Walang matira. Kaya basurang kongreso. Mga balat sibuyas! Yawards! Limal! Sipin mo yan. Talagang kailangan makapag-survive tayo dito mga DDS vloggers. Kasi pag hindi maging presidente si Inday Sara, ubos kaming lahat. Kulong. Kulong lahat. Sipin mo, hearing para sa mga DDS na mas maraming fake news yung mga gago na mga ensaymada vloggers. Kakahiya naman sa mga ensaymada, ang gagaling. So, ibig sabihin yung mga ensaymada vloggers, hindi sila fake news o sobrang fake news. Nintindi. Grabe. Oh. Pagdasal nyo lang kami, makasurvive kaming lahat na bago maging presidente si Inday Sara. Makayanan naming mga DDS vlogger ang lahat ng hamon. Kasi pag lahat kami ikukulong isa-isa, wala na, makontrol nila ang social media. Sila-sila na lang maninira. Manlaban na lang tayo. My God! Kaya tulungan nyo kami sa Mayo 12, panalo natin ang lahat ng mga senador ni Tatay Digong. Yun lang talaga ang pag-asa. Ng pag-asa. Dapat hindi na sila nag-attend eh. Ganon din naman eh. Talagang may ipapakontempt talaga nito, guys. Ay papakulong talaga. Totoo naman na merong nag-resign eh. Ayaw nang nila maamin na may nag-resign dahil kay Tatay Digong. Siyempre, tatamaan sila dyan, moral nila eh. Totoo naman yan, pinagtakpan lang nila. Tsaka yung daw, bawal ba gamitin yung daw? Gagi, wala ng freedom of expression at freedom of speech talaga kasi bawal kang gumamit ng daw. Pati yan, issue pa rin. My God. Pati yung expression mo na hindi ka man nagbanggit ng mga pangalan ng mga kongresista, bawal din yun. Oh my God, wala na. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. Patay na. Malayang pamamahayag. My God. Sus, Ginoo. Siyempre, bakit malaking issue yung ganun? Kung hindi naman ikaw, bakit tapos papangalanan mo? Ano yun? Kung meron akong informante na nagsabi sa akin, siyempre hindi ko pangalanan. Yung makasuhan ako dyan, automatic eh. Pero alam ko yan.
Hearing resume. Representative Abante, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, I'd like to reiterate the question.
Your Honor, thank you
I
very
just
much.
asked Ms. Chu if there's anything wrong with any congressman who can afford to send his children to Europe and Switzerland. Is there anything wrong with that, Mr. Chair? The only answer is yes or no. Yun lang po.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to approach the Honorable Congressman after my consultation with my client?
Hearing,
Yes, Your Honor.
hearing suspended. Please approach.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gusto talaga nilang ipakontempt mga DDS. Pero ito, dapat magiging proud ka na DDS vlogger ka na pinatawag dyan kasi ibig sabihin nagiging ano ka na, may relevant ka bilang isang political vlogger. Kasi binigyan ka ng pagkakataon gamit ang pondo ng bayan, pera ng gobyerno, hearing para sa mga DDS. Ibig sabihin, tinamaan talaga sila. Tinamaan sila ng mga komentaryo ng mga DDS. Sumbi na daw ang nakatira, sabi ni Bib, sa Pilipinas. Hindi lang sumbi, demonyo pa. Mga demonyo na. Mga demonyo. Sabi naman ni Tisa, kada hearing pera nilabas ng gobyerno, malamang may shoot sa bulusan nila. Sabi ni Flor de Lisa, huwag tayong mawala ng pag-asa, hindi na yan sila mananalo basta walang daya sa kumilik. Yan lang ang pag-asa natin at mga Diyos na may alam ng lahat. Iyakin masyado itong mga kongresista, dapat hindi na sila hindi na sila kandidato. Elisora, Nula, Garapala na to. Hanapan talaga kayo ng butas dyan. Yun naman talaga ang plano nila. Hanapan ng butas at iko-contempt. Sabi naman ni Ronnie Suelo, Marcos Sr., walang pinagkakaiba sa nangyayari noon at ngayon. Naulit lang Na-dejavu lang. Dejavu, naulit lang ang history.
I would like to give way to what her attorney said, no? And again, I would like to ask Ms. Chu to respond according to how her attorney advised her.
Ms. Crescent is recognized.
Mr. Chair. Sorry, sir, I did not hear your question. My counsel was speaking with me. Could you kindly...
Representative Abante, do you have any question?
Yeah, I asked you a question a moment ago, and your lawyer conferred with you. So I agreed with what your lawyer said, and your lawyer said that it's just a matter of oversight, and you're willing to apologize. So please do it now.
Yes, sir. My lawyer and I talked, and my case is a matter of oversight. And I apologize, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to manifest that it's the third time that Ms. Crisette apologized to this committee. Let me continue on. On December 28, 2024, Ms. Crisette,
Yes, sir.
you said, in Tagalog, ang tanga ng gobyernong to, not just as leaders, but as human beings. Is that what you feel?
Sir, I apologize. I do not know what happened on December 28 to make me angry. But if I wrote it that time...
You're apologizing?
For not... No, sir, I mean, I do not know what situation on December 28.
Let me
and what the
continue on.
context.
Let me
Yes,
continue
sir.
on. Says, ipapamudmod sa mga naka-braces na nagbabakasyon abroad ang AKAP money tapos utang ng 629 billion. Yung budget ng ayuda this year na pinibigay kung kani-kanino na nag-mall tour pa yung mga tanga na 500 billion uutangin ulit kasi nag-deficit daw. Mr. Chair, Ms. Crisette, ang galing mo naman. Tanga ang gobyerno, ikaw matalino. Ano? Am I right? Tanga ang gobyerno, matalino ka.
Mr. Chair, when one is angry, one says bad things. And in the situation that, sir, Mr. Chair, in that situation when I found out
So you're Mr. Chair, you still have words, no, Mr. Chair. Ibig sabihin, that you are actually telling your anger to your followers, your anger. Saan mo nakuha yung anger na yan? I mean, do you have the facts? Do you have the information? Do you have the documents? Mr. Chair?
Sir, nasa news po na uutang tayo this year and last year. Sir, so please, Mr. Chair, kaya ako nagalit kasi may nakita akong nakaangkap na naka-brace tapos, sir, I am not laying it on the congressman. I am laying it on the person who gave that person 5,000 despite na, sir, kasi taxpayer kami. Masakit, sir, na makikita namin na...
Ms. Quezet, may I ask you the question, how much taxes did you pay? And I will tell you how much tax I paid.
Sir,
Ang katwiran mo, you're a taxpayer. Bakit? Anong palagay mo sa akin, di taxpayer?
sir, hindi naman po kayo yung sinasabihan ko ng Mr. Chair.
Kaya
That was
tinatanong
the
kita, Mr.
process
Chair.
of distributing
Mr.
the
Chair,
up.
tinatanong kita kung saan mo kinuha ito. Sa news mo lang pala kinuha eh. Wala kang documents. You cannot even tell me if you're telling facts or truth.
Sir, nasa
Tapos
news po kasi
sasabihin mo,
na
talagang
uutang
gobyerno.
tayo.
My goodness, ibig mo sabihin, you're going to base your statement, tanga ang gobyerno, sa news na nabasa mo, Mr. Chair, and then you're telling me you're a journalist, and you're telling me that you're speaking the truth?
Mr. Chair, respectfully po, those are my feelings. Kasi, binamigay natin yung pera
Therefore,
sa
if that's your feeling, Mr. Chair, I demand that you apologize to this committee.
I will apologize, Mr. Chair, for my bad words or for... I apologize for my bad words, sir. I
Mr.
apologize for saying the word tanga in my post.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair, for admitting that, no? Siguro naman, makikita mo naman ang gobyerno, sasabihin mo mga tanga kami, siguro, pinapalagay mo, alam mo sa akin, Mr. Chair, ang pinapalagay ni Ms. Quezet, yung audience niya, mga tanga eh. Yun ang pinapalagay mo. Hindi ang gobyerno. Yung audience mo, mga tanga, kaya papaniwalaan nila ang sinasabi mo sapagkat yung audience mo mismo ang hindi nakakaintindi. That is fake news, Mr. Chair, and that is what we're investigating right now. You see? I hope that you understand that, Mr. Chair. Ms. Quezet, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Ikaw, nandito sa akin yung mga sinabi mo tungkol sa amin, ha? Hindi ako sumagot dyan, eh. Hindi ko na kinakailangan pang i-belabor yan. So, anyway, Mr. Chair, nakita ko naman na Ms. Quezet is now apologetic to what she said. I'd like to continue on. I would like to ask Tik Tok here. Ms. Peachy, I can see that you are a very good English speaker.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you are a very good English speaker. Are you an American or a Filipino?
Bisaya ko, sir.
Yun. Bisaya pala. Bisaya pala. Oh, okay. Kanina English ka na English, nakala ko Amerikano ka eh.
Mr.
Diba?
Chair, may makasabot og Bisaya diri, gamay ra. Bisaya.
Makasabot si Chairman Bisaya. Makasabot
Yes, sir.
si Bisaya.
May hapon, sir.
May nga po.
May hapon.
Okay, Representative Conte.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask you a question. Who owns TikTok?
Mr. Chair, ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok.
Who?
ByteDance.
ByteDance.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Where is that located? What's the
ByteDance.
headquarters of ByteDance?
I believe, Mr. Chair, the headquarters of ByteDance is in China.
In China.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
ByteDance in China. I heard that ByteDance has connection with the Communist Party of China.
Mr. Chair, no, that's not true, respectfully.
So you have that information, it's not true.
Mr.
But I
Chair,
have some
that's correct,
information,
it's
it's
not
true.
true. Yes, it's not
Mayroon
true,
ko
Mr. Chair.
information na totoo.
I'm
Na
sorry,
mayroong
Mr. Chair?
connection ang ByteDance sa People's Republic of China. Wala.
No, Mr. Chair. The Chinese government
This
is...
speeching, Mr. Chair. No company in China can exist without any connection with the People's Republic of China. Communist Party of China. No company in China would ever exist without any connection with the Communist Party in China, Mr. Chair. Do you believe that?
Mr. Chair, I'm happy to explain the ownership structure of ByteDance. 60% of ByteDance is owned by global investors, including General Atlantic, Susquehanna, and also SoftBank.
Okay.
The other 20%, Mr. Chair, is owned by ByteDance employees around the world, including in Southeast Asia. And another 20% is owned by the founder of ByteDance, who is a private citizen
Mr.
who I
Chair,
believe lives in Singapore now. Sorry, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, you have syllables, no? Mr. Chair, I don't actually care who owns it or who are the shareholders to it. What I'm just telling you is that if that is a Chinese company, headquarters in China, no company in China could ever exist without any connection with the Communist Party in China. That is what I'm saying, and I'm not asking a question to you. Now, let me ask you a question now. Who is the Filipino counterpart that owns TikTok?
Mr. Chair, there's no Filipino counterpart.
No Filipino counterpart. Therefore,
No, Mr. Chair.
it is totally a foreign company.
Mr. Chair, it is a company headquartered in Singapore and Los Angeles.
So with that, Mr. Chair, it means that you do not have to pay taxes in the Philippines for that?
Mr. Chair, we comply with all tax regulations that are imposed on us in this country.
It means that the BIR has imposed some tax liability on you?
Mr. Chair, we have the digital services tax, which will be an implementation, I think, within the year. I'm not quite sure, but we have the digital services tax.
Can you
Mr.
give
Chair.
us a document stating that fact, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, we're happy to discuss this and provide more information.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that Ms. Pichi submit to us documentation on the payment of taxes of TikTok.
Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. Motion is approved.
Ms. Pichi, Mr. Chair, do TikTok allow gutter language?
Mr. Chair, we strive to balance free expression with protecting user safety, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, is gutter language free expression? Let me ask you, are you a journalist or not?
Mr. Chair, no.
Okay, now, let me ask you now, being just a human being and a man and a person that believes in decency, does TikTok allow gutter language?
Mr. Chair,
Yes or no?
Mr. Chair, we allow various expressions on the platform, but we do restrict profanity for
You restrict
underage,
profanity.
yes, for underage users.
And
So
what do you do when you restrict profanity?
it is not allowed on the For You feed,
Well,
Mr. Chair.
here is an example of profanity right there. Hindi ko nga kayang basahin eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
This is profanity. That is profanity right here. Oh. Di ba? Oh. So you said that you do not allow, you restrict profanity, Mr. Chair. And this is profanity right there.
Understand, Mr. Chair. We do not allow hateful expression, if I may, Mr. Chair. We don't allow hate speech.
Well, you should put this out then.
Yes,
because
Mr. Chair.
you can be accountable to this.
Mr. Chair, we're glad to work with this honorable committee to study the content that you are showing to us.
All right? And I have also here some, not just profanity, but pornography. Dance, people who do not have bra, who only wear skimpy clothes, dancing in TikTok. Do you allow that?
Mr. Chair, we do not allow pornography on the platform.
Now, do you consider a woman without any bra at all, and you could be able to, it's now, tinatawag natin na wala nang naiwan sa imahinasyon. Eka nga, ano? Oo. Yung bang mga babae na nagsasayaw dito at naka-bikini o meron dito, hindi ko na makita eh. You said you don't allow that. Here, for example, this one here. Ayan. Oh, nakikita yung breast niya. You don't allow that. That's pornography, am I right?
Mr. Chair, we're happy to once again work with this honorable committee to study the content that you're presenting to us,
Well, I'm so glad.
so that we
Mr. Chair.
can coordinate.
I'm so glad. Oh, kasi alam nyo, hindi ako sanay sa TikTok eh. Ngayon ko lang talaga tinignan itong maigi eh. Hindi, ayan, tulad yan. What do you call it? Is that not pornography right there?
Hindi naman, sexy lang eh. Sexy lang.
Sexy lang. Hindi, there's nothing left in the imagination dito eh.
Meron naman.
Wala na.
You like a certain
Please,
Oh, gosh.
I'd like to ask my colleagues if they're agreeing with me or they're agreeing with TikTok. Anyway, Mr. Chair, I'm so glad that you will be working with us on that, no? But we would like to please now tell TikTok, I think that they would be more decent in what they're trying to portray, no?
Understand, Mr. Chair. Thank you very
Maraming
much.
salamat.
Boses, no?
Oo. Galing mag-English eh.
Bisaya po, sir.
Bisaya pa. Okay. Now, another thing is this. I'd like to ask questions to MJ Kiambao, Miss Mary Jane Kiambao Reyes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
Your
made
Honor.
a statement when you were giving your statement that you base your blog on the truth, no? And that you are actually not biased. You are not pro Duterte. You are not pro Marcos. You said that. Am I right?
Your Honor, yes, sir. Although I also said in that same statement that yes, I can be biased, but I don't go below the belt. But as far as being pro or anti-Marcos and Duterte, I always try to remain objective.
All right, Ms. Reyes.
Yes, sir.
I am
Yes,
the chairman of the Committee on Human Rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have records of EJK victims. And you made a statement, it says right here, to the International Criminal Court, global community and world media. Is this not a pro-Duterte statement?
Can you please, sir, complete the whole...
No, not yet.
report?
I'm going to complete this. I'm just referring to the first statement to the International Criminal Court, global community and world media. It means that you want to tell that to the International Criminal Court, am I right? And therefore, Mr. Chair, you do not agree for the former president to be held in the ICC. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. So therefore, you are Pro Duterte. Don't tell me you are not. All right?
Sir, can I...
No. Let me ask another question to you. You said you need to see this. The so-called EJK victims under President Duterte a massive hoax. Do you believe that, Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir. Again,
Where did you get the information, Mr. Chair?
Your Honor, sana po mabasa ng buo yung aking...
Do you want me to give you documents on that?
Sir, I know what I posted, but I want the whole, the people here and the media to also see ano yung context ng aking isinulat para po maintindihan din nila at hindi lang maibase sa isang
you do not
statement
even
lamang.
need to complete this. Kung gusto mo
Sir,
kumbutuhin ko.
yes, Your Honor, I would appreciate very much.
I'm going to complete this now. Okay,
Yes,
para
Your Honor.
mamalitan lahat.
Opo.
The so-called EJK victims under President Duterte a massive hoax.
Okay.
Sa akin, mali. I have documents to show.
Yes, Your Honor,
All
that
right,
is
now
your
you
truth,
said-
and I also have my truth.
Please.
May I remind the resource person to, again, patapusin muna yung interpolator before you answer.
Okay po, salamat po, Mr. Chair. And sige po, so, kung pwede po, ibigay na lahat ng tanong at mabigyan din po kami ng pagkakataon na sumagot nang wala ring interruption
Of
sana.
course, you will be
Opo.
given your opportunity to answer. Pero patapusin muna talaga yung interpolator. That is
Sige
a
po,
ruling
Mr. Chair.
before the resource person. Wag po tayo magsapawan.
Opo, Mr. Chair, maraming salamat.
Okay, Mr. Chair, let me continue on. You said, the anti-Duterte propagandist. So alam ko na kung ano yung bias mo, di ba? May bias ka na rito eh. Oo. Okay, likely funded by drug cartels, terrorists, corrupt politicians, greedy oligarchs, and narco-politicians are desperately trying to manipulate the global narrative. What did you get the information about that, Mr. Chair?
Pwede na po akong...
Go ahead. Sige.
Yes, Mr. Chair, pwede na po ako sumagot?
Yes.
Okay. Doon po sa mga nauna niyo pong tanong, kung saan, ang sabi ko nga po ay hoax. Ang pinagbabasihan ko po doon ay yung mga naglalabasan ngayon na panibagong impormasyon, kita naman po ito sa social media, ano po, kung saan yung mga napabilang na EJK, yung mga nagpakita ng picture ng mga anak nila na namatay daw sa EJK, actually ay hindi po connected sa EJK. At yung iba po ay buhay na buhay naman po. That's why, ang sabi ko nga ay hoax dahil yung mga pinakita ng mga nagrarally at pinapakita nila na namatay sa EJK ay hindi naman po patay.
Mr. Chair, nag-a-attend ba kayo ng Quadcom hearing? Mr. Chair? Nag-a-attend ba kayo ng Quadcom hearing? Yung mga biktima ng EJK ay nandoon at nagkaroon pa sila ng prayer rally, Mr. Chair. Nag-attend ba kayo ng Quadcom hearing?
You can answer.
Mr. Chair, okay, salamat po at pagkakataong sumagot. Yes, nakapanood na po ako ng Quadcom at napanood ko rin po yung mga latest na ganap ngayon kung saan may isang Aling Sheila, Aling Lori, Aling another mother, kung saan yun po, yung mga anak nilang pinapakitang namatay sa EJK ay hindi naman po. Doon po, yun po yung pinanggagalingan ng aking isinulat na opinion. Yun po ay reaksyon at opinion sa mga nabalitaan ko po sa social media at sa mga news online. Again, those are my personal reaction and opinion on the current events.
Mr. Chair, ang hirap nun, makakabalita ka ng anuman, tapos you're going to put up an opinion, and you want to let the people believe it's the truth. Yun ang problema dyan eh. Facts. Sinabi mo, they want you to believe that every young life lost was at the hands of our people's President, Rodi Duterte. This is a blatant lie.
That is my... Pwede na pong sumagot, Your Honor?
Yes, go ahead. Sige,
Opa.
go ahead.
Again, that is my truth. Those are my opinion. And nakabase naman din po yan sa mga available information. Ngayon, makikita po natin na yun nga po, may mga EJK victims nga raw na hindi naman pala. Yun nga po, sabi, yung raw po, I'm referring...
You have no right to say it's a massive hoax.
Mr. Chairman, with the indulgence of Chairman.
Yes, Mr.
Ma'am, yung sinasabi mong mga facts ngayon na lumalabas, is it an official document coming from those investigation by government agencies, by Quadcom, or just a mere in the social media accounts?
Sir, Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, nasa newspaper na rin po yan.
Sandali po. Nasa newspaper. Pero ang tinatanong ko po, anong source ng newspaper? Is it an official document or findings of the Human Rights Commission? Absolutely, ma'am.
Yes,
Madam,
Your Honor.
absolutely not. Because during our hearing, the Quadcom, all those victims, yung mga families na nandun, was confirmed by Human Rights Commission.
Okay, Your Honor.
In fact, we have all the list.
Your Honor, can I also answer now, kung pwede po? Lumabas po na may mga kapatid, yung mga biktima, na sila po mismo ang nagdi-deny doon sa mga ipinapalita ngayon.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to interject for a while here, while you're answering. Ang binabangkit mo, may nabalitaan ka? May nabalitaan ka? I mean, my goodness, if you would like to be a resource person here in this committee, kinakailangan, meron kang basis, meron kang tunay na basis, meron kang dokumento na masasabi. Sapagkat Luka, ang Commission on Human Rights, for example, nag-imbestiga ng EJK at maraming nakita. Kami, in my Committee of Human Rights, marami kaming nakita. Samantalang ikaw, sinasabi mo, massive hoax ito. Wag naman, Mr. Chair. Gusto kong maniwala sa statement mo kanina. Pero ngayon, itong statement na ito, hindi na maganda nagsabi ka ba ng facts? Some of these so-called victims died years before or after Duterte's presidency. Where'd you get the information?
Nasa balita po, Your Honor. Yung iba po ay namatay ngayong last year lang po,
Madam,
2024.
Mr. Chairman,
Opo.
Madam, sa Quadcom po, sa hearing namin, at it was confirmed by Human Rights Commission, lahat po na nakalista doon, under our records, was confirmed by Human Rights Commission. Wala po doon yung prior and after ng Duterte's administration. And, Mr. Chairman, kindly, let me just remind that, sir, is he your counsel?
No, sir. From the House of Representatives po siya.
From the House?
Nagpapapirma po. Sabi ko mamaya na kasi busy pa po tayo.
Anyway, madam.
Apo.
Ma'am.
Yes,
Wala
Your
po
Honor.
Now you're talking about those mga disclaimer ng family. Now, ang tanong ko po, is it documented, under oath? Do you have a document for that? Or just a mere media reports?
Alin po sir yung tinatanong po ninyo documented or media reports?
Sinasabi mo na may mga families of victims na dineny, na refute yung claims.
Posted po ng mga
Ayun nga ang
mag-anak
problema,
nila,
posted
and
sa
then,
social
opo,
media.
and
Ang sinasabi ko, madam, baseless yan kasi based on our investigation, and unless otherwise, you can have a document under oath that indeed a certain family of victims clarified and dispute that data.
Okay po, Your Honor, noted po. Next time. Yeah, noted
Anong
po
noted?
noted po na,
Tinatanong po kita kung may dokumento ka bang hawak, wala.
tulad po ng sagot ko kanina, Your Honor.
You answer my question, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I'm trying to answer, Your Honor.
Sandali po.
Opo.
Yes or no? Do you have the document under oath?
Sir, like I said,
Andale, yes or no? And remember, I am just asking you if you have the document or not under oath.
of the family who
Yeah.
reported?
Yeah.
None, sir.
Oh, none.
It's on the, like I said, it's a...
So none. You don't have.
Okay, sir. Next time po,
What's next time?
next time po, bago po tayo magsulat ng mga ganon, kailangan kumuha po muna tayo ng mga dokumento under oath. At hindi tayo basta magbabase sa sinasabi
Chair.
ng mainstream media.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you.
let me continue on the statement he said. Yes. Sinabi niya, facts to nakalagay, facts. Many are completely unrelated to drugs or EJK. Some of them are still very much alive. You said you do not have any documents on that. Now look, Miss
MJ na lang po. Para hindi naman
Miss MJ,
po.
you are accountable to the victims and you are accountable to us in the Quadcom. Pinasinungalingan mo kami. Pinasinungalingan mo ang mga victims. Now look, if you do not apologize right now, you listen.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you do not apologize, I am going to make a motion to hold you in contempt.
I apologize, sir. And tulad nga po ng sabi ko kanina, sa susunod po ay maghahanap na lang po muna tayo ng mga
Yun.
under oath. At
Okay
hindi po
na,
tayo magre-rely sa mga balita ng news.
Salamat po.
Okay po.
Kaya
Maliwanag
fake
po.
news. Yun ang ibig sabihin, non-fake news. Ito, tutuloy ko
Salamat din po, Your Honor.
Ito sinabi nyo, ito, binanggit mo na ito and this is something that you should apologize also. Anong sabi mo? Do not let these criminal forces twist reality to turn a strong, decisive leader into a monster. Now let me ask you, who are these criminal forces?
Ms. MJ, please answer.
Okay. I have this, kasi tulad ng sabi ko, ito po ay mga reaction at opinion ko lamang.
Well, therefore you apologize because this is
Okay
not
po,
true.
sir. Okay, sir. I apologize.
Okay, Mr. Chair, this is the second time that Miss MJ has apologized. I hope that next time, kayong mga vloggers, wag kayong magbibigay ng opinion lang, impression ninyo. Ibigay niyo yung katotohanan, may dokumento kayo. Sapagkat meron kaming documents to show Naiinsulto ko, I am insulted with your statement. Being the chairman of the Human Rights and one that's investigating, I am actually insulted with your statement.
Again, my apologies, sir, and noted po sa mga suggestions po ninyo. At gusto ko lang din pong sabihin na yung pong post has nothing to do with you. Hindi po kayo, it has nothing to do with, pasensya na po.
Well, Mr. Chair, maraming salamat, no? Yung binabagit mong nothing to do with me, pero yung tinawag mong criminal forces, kasama kami dun ikaw naman, mag-isip naman kayo. Ang hirap nito, Mr. Chair, itong mga vloggers na iba, ito ang mga tanga eh. Tatanga-tanga ang gobyerno. Mag-isip kayo. Hindi lang sumusulat kayo kung anong gusto nyo isulat dyan. You're telling us, yung criminal forces, gusto kong sabihin ngayon, Mr. Chair, publicly, ikaw ang tanga.
Okay, Your Honor, pero
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
Representative Ponduano.
Mr. Chairman, just a matter of protocol, may I move to strike out the statement of the Chairman Abante
Again.
addressed to MD.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any objection? There being none, the uttered words is stricken off. Any further questions?
I rest, Mr. Chair, and thank you so much. I'm not angry at you, Miss MJ. We're just relating the truth here. Ano?
okay, Your Honor. Pero again, kung hindi ko pa alam kung saan niyo po nakukuha yung idea niyo na kayo yung criminal forces. Hindi po. Anyway,
Ikaw
again,
ang sumunod, Mr. Chair.
Okay po, sir.
Ikaw ang
My
sumunod eh.
apologies. Yes. Okay. My
Sinulat
apologies,
mo
sir.
yun eh.
Okay po, tanga po ako, sir.
My goodness.
Okay, we now proceed to the next interpellator. May I recognize Representative Franz Castro. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, palamigin muna natin yung mood. Meron po ba ditong, Mr. Chair, representative from Facebook and Meta?
Kasuhan yan na violence against women, siyang tangang abante na yan.
We could not attend. And I think, do we have a representative from Meta?
Ako na lang ipadala yan, putang ina, suntukan tayo abante.
There are no representatives.
Okay, so
Pag ako sinasabihan tanga, sabihan mo, tanga ka rin.
interpretation ko last time,
Mas tanga ka, gagawin ko talaga. Contempt naman din
related
ako eh.
to my account
Tanga ka rin.
na
Ganun ko
tinake
talaga
down
eh.
ng Facebook and Meta or Meta. So, nabalik na, Mr. Chair. Nabalik na yung aking yung aking Facebook account, yung official Facebook account na may nilagay na impersonation. So, gusto ko lang sanang malaman, Mr. Chair, yung paano ba yung proseso, So, syempre nagreklamo ako for almost a month, Pinag-aralan siguro at naibalik na. So, gusto ko lang malaman, Mr. Chair, yung proseso. Siguro by next time na lang po. Okay,
Ako yun. Sabihin ko yung tanga eh. Mas tanga ka, pastor.
Thank you, Pichi, din sa pagtulong mo sa akin ng pagre-report. Ang dami kasi, Mr. Chair, na marami ding mga mga account sa TikTok na talagang, talagang fake. Gumagamit pa nga sila ng AI, na talagang, fake. So,
Parang hindi mga kongresista, grabe na yan.
Kagaya po ng Facebook, ng TikTok, Mr. Chair. So, paano nyo ba nadidetermine, paano ba nadidetermine yung lumalabag doon sa inyong community standard? Kasi, wala bang, Mr. Chair, wala bang mechanisms ang mga social media na parang automatic yun kapag nagkaroon ng ganong violation based on your standard, ay natitake down na. Kasi katulad ng sinabi kanina, Mr. Chair, ni PCO Secretary, there must be a mechanisms.
Dapat hindi na sila
Yung,
nag-attend.
alimbawa, yung mga saying bad words, ayan, yung mga information na hindi naman totoo, mga fake information. So, aside from yung sinasabing iba pang mga standard, wala bang pwedeng magawa? Halimbawa, ang TikTok o ang YouTube, meron ba ritong YouTube? Wala din.
Wala din ng YouTube.
Sige. Si Pichi na lang yung So, do you use also AI dun sa pag-check? Kasi na-found out ko yung Meta at Facebook, parang AI lang yung nagde-determine eh. Pag nagreklamo ka, saka siguro nila titignan. Kaya lang medyo naka-damage na yon dun sa account, So, do you have that? Or balak ba kayo mag-develop ng gano'n na automatic na talaga. So, hindi nyo na siya i-review.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Chair, and happy to help you with your account. So to answer your question po, Mr. Chair, every video that is uploaded on TikTok undergoes machine moderation. I think I may have explained this earlier, but I'm happy to repeat it. So when you upload a video on TikTok, di ba po may processing time po yan? Usually that's when machine moderation comes in to look for signals that would indicate that a post is violating our community guidelines. In combination with that, then, Mr. Chair, we also have human moderators, and this is for content that isn't automatically picked up by machine moderation. If machine moderation sees that, okay, there are signals that clearly indicate that something is violative of our guidelines, human moderators also get to review. Meanwhile, we also rely on community reports because no system is perfect po, ma'am. So we also rely on users to be vigilant and report violating content to us. That's essentially, ma'am, Mr. Chair, that's essentially the process by which we moderate and by which we keep the platform safe and secure for our users.
Okay, so Mr. Chair, thank you. How long do you do that, yung process na yun?
Mr. Chair, I regret to say that I don't have visibility on the entirety of the process, but what I can tell you is that last year, I think between, let me just check, Mr. Chair, because I have notes here.
What I can share, guys. Nabuhay si Castro.
I believe, and I'll get back to you with the facts, Mr. Chair, but I believe between June to September last year, or July to September last year, we removed over 4 million videos that violated our community guidelines. I think 4.5, sorry, the numbers escape me right now. I may actually be able to find it. Yes, so I'll get back to you, ma'am, with the precise figures, but we have over 4 million videos removed, 99% of which was removed proactively, and of the remaining 1% that was removed proactively, content, in other words, users reported it, Mr. Chair, 98% was taken down within 24 hours.
In your presentation.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, next question po. Kasi dito sa TikTok, may mga nagsasabing namamonetize. Totoo ba yun? Yung mga namamonetize na mga ano. Kasi napapansin ko, Mr. Chair, talaga makikita natin yung mga nagti-TikTok na merong fake news ang inaano, fake news ang pinapropagate.
Hindi niya talaga naintindihan.
At saka yung mga
monetize on TikTok. So unlike maybe I can't speak for other platforms, but we don't monetize per like, per view. We don't do that. In addition, yeah, that's it. We don't creators cannot monetize on TikTok.
So, fake news pala yung mga nagko-content na mayroon kuha silang monetization. You look at your TikTok, check me, kasi fake yun eh.
In the Philippines, Mr. Chair, creators cannot monetize on TikTok.
Pero kung nasa ibang bansa,
I don't have visibility on that, Mr. Chair. Apologies because I focus on the Philippine market. But if you need additional information, we're happy to supply it, Mr. Chair.
yes, kasi isa rin itong fake news, Mr. Chair, kung talagang totoo yung sinasabi niya or di pa niya alam kung merong mga in other countries aside from the Philippines ay merong nag-monetize. Kasi may mga Filipino content creator na nasa ibang bansa. So, baka yun. Can you check on that?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we're happy to do that. Thank you.
Okay. Next, sa comment, Mr. Chair, Sayang wala dito talaga yung Facebook eh. Kasi nag-ano po ako, Mr. Chair, nag-submit ako sa COMELEC ng using AI, deepfake, na-receive naman ng COMELEC na. So siguro nakita niyo na yon. So, any update po? Sabi niyo kasi meron kayong coordination with other social media. Kasi Facebook po yun. Yung gumawa po nun ay merong account name na Makabayan. So, any update po, Mr. Chair, on that?
Magandang umaga po, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Maraming salamat po for the kind submission, Your Honor. Naghingi po kami ng tulong sa CICC kasi noong nakarang araw lang po, we were thankfully capacitated by the CICC with deepfake identification tools. Naipadala na rin po namin ito dun sa concerned platform at nagpapatulong po kami para po malaman at ma-identify, hindi lamang po mapruebahan na talagang deepfake po siya, kundi matrace po kung saan po nanggaling. It's currently being investigated po by the Task Force KKK, Your Honors.
So, basically, Mr. Chair, red tagging yon, no? Yung lahat naman, basta Makabayan, red tag talaga. At nakita yung mga complaint na na-receive nyo po, parang 63% ay mga red tagging. So, parang instead na, Mr. Chair, napansin natin,
Red tagging ka, hindi ka naman.
Yung mga ganyang fake red tagging, based on your resolution, Mr. Chair,
wala nang oso yan, red tagging.
parang dumarami pa po. So,
Aminin
ibig sabihin
nyo na kasi.
po, hindi po natin siya nakokontrol or kung meron lang magka-complaint. So, paano po kayo paano nag-work yung inyong resolution po against
Hindi sa NPA.
The good Your Honor is speaking about Resolution 1115, the anti-discrimination and the anti-bullying resolution. Yes po, the thrust of the resolution po kasi is that when somebody complains for an act of bullying pertaining to the gender, for being a persons with disability, regarding HIV and AIDS, violation of the Safe Spaces Act, for being in the indigenous peoples, we really welcome po the complaint. And the thrust of that resolution, first, is its weight with its use of social media. It will be reported to the appropriate platform for the immediate takedown and investigation if there was indeed a violation of the law. Kung makikita po rin kasi natin resolution, COMELEC treated the violation of the resolution both as an election offense and as a ground for disqualification in case the bad actor po is running for public office. Second po, we would refer also these matters, especially to dig deeper into investigation po dun sa appropriate law enforcement body. Kaya po makakaasa po kayo yung pag meron pong complaints na natatanggap ang COMELEC, especially regarding Resolution 1115 and the other resolutions pertaining to campaigns and other matters of the Fair Elections Act, ito po yung nagiging action ng COMELEC regarding this po.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Hindi yan NPA, hindi yan NPA.
So, including ba dito yung mga political belief, halimbawa, kasama doon sa anti-discrimination?
No po, not necessarily, Your Honors, Mr. Chair. Specifically, that's why in the first resolution of COMELEC governing the use of AI, prohibition on the fake news and disinformation, yan po yung resolution 11064. And in order to clarify na hindi po kasama yung protected yung ating free speech, freedom of expression, yung pag-express ng advocacy, naglabas po ang COMELEC ng amended resolution 11064A to ensure na yung protected rights under our Constitution ay masigundahan at masundan po ng ating COMELEC rules.
Okay, so marami pong darating sa inyo na complaint, Mr. Chair, sa COMELEC. Kasi sa pag-iikot talaga namin, nakaranas din kami ng harassment.
Basta hindi ka
intimidation, related dun sa pagkakampanya po ng Makabayan. So, Mr. Chair, naranasan namin yan sa Palawan. So, yun po, Mr. Chair. So, meron ding gawin siguro na, so, meron po ba kayong committee na nag-address ng mga complaint about that or related po dun sa resolution ninyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honors, if the committee is the Committee on Safe, It is being headed by Commissioner Ernesto Ferdinand P. Macede Jr. Kaya makakaasa po kayo na talagang tututukan po ni Commissioner Macede at ng kanyang committee yung mga paglabag sa Resolution 1115.
Yes, siyempre, yung ginagawa natin, Mr. Chair, di ba, in aid of legislation, hindi naman para i-curtail yung freedom of speech ng ating mga vloggers or ng ating mga citizen. So, gusto lang natin na talagang ang lumalabas sa mga social media platform ay yung totoo rin. Kasi worried tayo eh. Yung paulit-ulit na nakikita ng mga bata. Kasi dami nang nanonood o nang gumagamit ng social media. Nakikita nila yun na paulit-ulit na mali o paulit-ulit na pinopost, ang daming post, ay kala nila ay totoo. Kaya nga nandito yung yung DICT rin, Mr. Chair, para malaman din natin ano po ba din yung ginagawa ninyo, Mr. Chair, doon sa DICT as regards dito sa mga fake news at saka dito sa mga disinformation.
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair. Sa DICT po, sa part po namin, we have coordinations with Facebook, TikTok, and then YouTube. Meron po tayong MOA with them. May mga request po sa amin na ipapa-take down yung mga certain post. Kinikater po namin yon. Through doon sa amin po, sinesend namin yung mga materials to support na gusto natin ipa-take down. At the same time po, meron din kaming tinatawag na threat monitoring. So ito po, sa side po ng Cybersecurity Bureau, nagkakandak po kami ng monitoring but hindi po namin tinitake down kaagad unless wala pong nagko-complain sa amin. If meron pong cyber crime, pwede pong maging cybercrime yung nire-reklamo. Ini-endorse po namin yun through PNP, ECG, o doon po sa CICC para po ma-collect lahat ng information.
Mr. Chair, can we have a copy of that MOA with SOCMED na binanggit nyo kanina? Para makita natin yung scope ng MOA as regards to yung sinasabi nyo, mga fake news or mga disinformation. Can we have that copy?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. We can provide po the information. I will ask from our office po with those material po.
Mr. Chair, can we ask the Secretariat to get that MOA?
Comsec, please take note. Can we have a copy of that MOA?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, yun na lang po kasi wala yung Facebook.
Thank you, Representative Castro. Next interpolator will be Representative Gerald Roman. You have now the floor.
Magandang hapon po, Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon po sa ating mga resource persons and to my dear colleagues. Today, we are holding the third meeting of the Tricom and I'm very, very glad na yung mga inimbitahan natin sa mga nakaraang Tricom na noong una ay nag-hesitate mag-attend, I finally have decided to come here. Today's exchange of ideas has been a very, very good eye-opener. Namulat po sa ating mga mata thanks to the brilliant interpellation of our colleague, Representative Benny Abante, that sometimes the anonymity of a vlogger or his or her condition as a journalist or the use of the excuse of just expressing my opinion is being abused. And simply, we can draw the line by limiting ourselves to upholding the truth, what is verified, what is substantial, and what can be proven. Otherwise, it is simply a rumor, and spreading rumors that have dire consequences on national security and even shaping the opinion of the public is unacceptable.
Alam niyo po, ako po, nagbabasa rin ako ng mga articles ni Ms. Grisette Laureta Chu. In fact, I remember way back in 2020, I participated in your very, very good campaign na mag-recom po ng material for ating mga frontliners. Sabi ko, she must be a good woman. And sabi ko, she is also a journalist. Sabi ko, that's a magandang combination yun. Kaya nga lang ho, ako naniniwala rin ako after today's exchange and after your admission that hindi po nakabase sa katotohanan and you just reflected your opinions that maybe I think you will also agree that we want to level up itong pagko-content creation and that maybe and definitely this kind of content creation should not be tolerated and is unsustainable and is detrimental to our country, to the future generations. And we cannot keep a blind eye sa pangyayaring ito. We must put a stop to it. Naniniwala po ako na sa puso po ng mga content creators na gusto nila sa hanay nila mapabilang ang mga serious content creators. This is the reason why, Mr. Chair, since two Tricom meetings ago, I have been pushing for self-regulation. Alam nyo, I have an MA in journalism from the University of the Basque Country, and for several years I practiced journalism. And I realize, I'm fully aware of the importance of that basic constitutional right to freedom of expression. But just like any other constitutional right, this is not unlimited. It is the duty of the state always na bantayan ito how we exercise this constitutional right to protect public interest. And I'm fully aware also that in order to reconcile these two concepts, may I ask for a little silence? I'm being distracted.
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
Yes. Can we maintain decorum? Please remain silent when somebody is interpolating. Thank you. Please proceed.
I fully realize that in order for the state to exercise its function, to protect public interest while responding and recognizing the basic right to freedom of expression, we always have to look for the least restrictive means. This is the scrutiny test that we as legislators should always apply. And this is the purpose why we in fact have this Tricom. This is an investigation in aid of legislation. To give you a brief background, and later on I'll be asking some of our resource persons, including the guests who did not attend in previous committee hearings, what their opinion is. I will briefly detail to you what the Digital Council of the Philippines is. Basically, this is a council that hopefully among your ranks you will take the initiative to form. Similar to the Ad Standards Council of the Philippines, similar to the kapisanan ng mga broadcasters ng Filipinas. Now, what is the purpose of this Digital Council of the Philippines? Among yourselves, you should come up with a code of conduct and standards and regulations na galing sa inyo. Wag po galing sa amin. Dahil ako naniniwala ako na bilang mga manunulat, bilang content creators, you would want to uphold what is true. Not necessarily what is beautiful, because sometimes the truth hurts and sometimes the truth is ugly. We recognize that. And now, once you have your code of conduct and your code of ethics, what do? You apply it to your members. So, who will compose this Digital Council of the Philippines? Number one, associations of content creators. Number two, advertisers. Kasi alam ko, dyan sa mundo ng social media, marami po tayong advertising nagaganap at malaking pera rin po ang gumagalaw at umiikot dyan. Number three, we should also have the DICT. Kinakailangan din natin kahit pa paano may representation ang government. Dapat din po nandiyan ang the world of, the academe. So that we can also use this Digital Council to educate the people on critical thinking and responsible use of social media. Nariyan din po, maaari nating ilagay mga PR practitioners and what have you. So this Digital Council of the Philippines serves many purposes. As I said, education. Number two, I don't want to use the word self-policing, but how should I term it? Leveling up our own ranks, professionalization maybe. Palagay ko, it is to the interest of everybody para maging kagalang-galang naman ang sektor na ito. Sapagkat sa mahabang panahon, dahil nga sa pagdami ng mga irresponsible content creators, ay nasisiraan naman o nasisiraan ng pangalan yung mga seryoso. Okay. Now, the other purpose of this council, it could be the body kung saan maaari po tayong dumulog kung sakaling meron po tayong nahuhuli na fake news, kung tayo nabibiktima. Kung ako yung, for example, businessman na na-AI ang aking itsura at bigla na lang ako nagbebenta ng produkto ng aking rival. O kaya kung ako man ay yung, I don't know, aside from business owners, private individual whose reputation has been unfairly tarnished. Kung ako man ang politician, kung ako man yung vlogger din, na maaaring ginantihan at binigyan ng false information, maaari rin ako dumulog sa Digital Council of the Philippines. And of course, this Digital Council of the Philippines, hindi po namin yan ila-legislate sang-ayon sa, hindi namin kaya yan. Ang gusto ko po sana, manggaling rin sana sa hanay ng mga stakeholders. What we can legislate here from the committee is how the major social media platforms could respond once a piece of content is flagged as fake. After that fact-checking process na according to my consultations, kaya namang gampanan. You can do it in a few minutes. Diba? Sa TikTok, I'm sure other social media platforms could also do the same. And ang mangyayari po niyan, pag flag nga po yung content na yan as fake, then we can require by law the social media platforms to flag it also as fake news. Parang yung mga community notes, may annotation para man lamang mabigyan ng katarungan. I'm not going as far as saying that you have to take down that content, but although TikTok does that. Am I right? Mr. Chair, yeah.
Mr. Chair, yes.
Yes.
We take down content that contains harmful misinformation.
Yes. So at this point, Mr. Chair, after explaining briefly what my proposal is, which is also a response to the call made by Secretary Yusek Ruiz, may I begin to ask some of our resource persons about their opinions about this. I would like to ask Ms. Gazette Laureta Chu, who's magpo-form ng isang Digital Council of the Philippines. Tapos kasama na rin dyan yung registry ng mga vloggers at content creators. Mr. Chair, yes, please go ahead, Ms. Laureta Chu.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. That's a very good idea as long as the parameters are clear. Like, for example, since what you want is to reduce the amount of fake news, we will have to come up with, it's a very good idea because then a lot of the people who have a massive following will also be accountable, but we just need to know what we consider massive following, how many people, kasi ma'am, ang problema dito, nabibili ang likes, nabibili ang following. So, posibleng, kunyari, sa Facebook nila, madaming likes, pero hindi naman totoong marami silang likes. Makikita niyo po sa engagement yon. If they have like 200,000 followers, but then they only have 3 people commenting, binili nila yon. So, ang dami pong problema doon kasi ma'am, when you're part of an organization, it gives you credibility. So when you do interviews, people will listen to you, like congressman will give you time of day. Hindi nila alam na fake lang pala yung likes mo, fake lang pala yung engagement mo. So how do we delineate between real influencers and influencers who just bought their likes and engagement? So apart from that, ma'am,
Yes, Mr. Chair, actually that what she has just expressed clearly proves that we have to set parameters and start having regulations. But the idea of having a registry of social media content creators, may I have your opinion? Because recently I have been bashed and accused of trying to exercise censorship and trying to curtail the basic freedom, this basic constitutional freedom to freedom of expression. What is your honest opinion on coming up with a registry of content creators? Hindi ko naman sabihin lahat kasi sapagkat sa Facebook, pag tinanong ko anong occupation mo, lahat nakasulat content creator. Siyempre, hindi naman po pwede yun. Siguro, katulad nga po ng sinabi ng ating resource person, dapat merong minimum number of followers or ano, which we can decide later on. But I'd like to ask, ano po bang opinion ninyo tungkol doon sa the very idea of having a registry? Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am. It's a very good undertaking as long as what we regulate is an association of what do you call this, content creators who are outside of mainstream media so that they are also accountable. Pero yun lang ma'am, yung concern ko kung ilan ang magiging followers nila, kung totoo yung followers nila. And also, what about those who do not, is it going to be voluntary, or those who are not who do not volunteer to join, what kind of remedies para meron din silang accountability? Ang akin lang ma'am, and that's what we initially stood for, is that while we can do this for all of us, for everyone who wants to be a social media, nobody should be able to regulate free speech para wala tayong, because it's in our constitution, as long as what we regulate is the use of the platforms and the power and credibility given to all these people, as long as walang, lalo na sir, lalo na ma'am, government agencies, kasi ngayon it's going to be, what about next time? What about may mahanap tayo na presidente or senator na abusado or congressman and they will use it against all of us, or people here who are, like, kunyari, this administration, you're in power, next administration, you're not in power, then they'll use it.
Mr. Chair, I think, yes, I would like to focus on what you just said, and also remind you that this constitutional right is not absolute and not without limits. Meron ding parameters ngayon. And what we intend to do here is basically to flag the content. This is our way of administering justice to those who are victimized by fake news. Alam nyo, imposible naman na makontrol natin lahat ng content creators. There will be those who will not want to join this. So we have to be creative in thinking of means how to encourage them to join the ranks of serious content creators. May I proceed to another resource person, Mr. Chair? I would like to ask the Creators and Influencers Council of the Philippines. Mr. Mauricio? No.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, I'm here on behalf of Donald Lim, who is part of the Creators and Influencers Council, but I myself am a trustee.
Yes. Mr. Chair, I would like to find out how many members does the Creators and Influencers Council of the Philippines have?
I apologize, Your Honor. I'm not part of the Creators.
All right. Okay. Can you give me a rough idea? Is there like 1,000, for example?
Just to explain, our president in the Global AI Council Philippines, Donald Lim, is part of many organizations as an advocate, one of which is the Council of Creators and Influencers. So I myself am a trustee of the Global AI Council. My apologies.
Yeah. So Global AI Council, who are your members? May I find out?
We have a board of trustees. There are 5 of us. Our chairman is Brian Paulio Manzares. Our president is Donald Lim. I am the treasurer. Our secretary is Mark Goriseta. And our executive director is Scott Saladori.
What is the main function or objective of the Global AI
Well, the mother
Council?
company in the US is focused on governance and training. Our theme is AI for Good. And the United States headquarters, they do education. On the Philippines side, what we aim to do is partly ethics and governance, and partly looking at a roadmap for the Philippines, coordinating with the public and private sector in order for us to use AI for development. Regarding the topic in particular, Mr. Chair, if I may continue. Yes, regarding the topic in particular, the AI here, we view it in the Global AI Council, is that AI is used not for good, but for bots or fake news and all of those things. So we believe that if the problem is using AI not for good, then the solution mostly will also be AI to combat it. And that requires resources and knowledge in AI, and that's part of what we're trying to harness.
Yes. So what do you do specifically to combat the wrong use of AI? In particular, the generation of fake news.
Just as a correction, we are just a convener. So the combating of wrong use of AI, I think, is for the CICC under USEC Alex Ramos, and we do coordinate with the ICT and CICC regarding that. What the Global AI Council does is to convene all stakeholders concerned in order to arrive at a roadmap or a solution. So we had the State of the Nation in AI last January. We're going to come up with a Philippine AI report and a Philippine ecosystem directory. But if I may, Mr. Chair, our experience in organizing for a short time a non-profit NGO for AI, I think translates to something that we can use for the Digital Council of the Philippines.
Mr. Chair, does the resource person agree with the idea of the formation of a Digital Council of the Philippines? At first glance?
Mr. Chair, I not only agree, I think it is imperative that this has to be formed at the soonest possible time, because we all can see how the lack of framework where we can at least control the proliferation of misinformation, and it seems that our existing laws and systems are not enough to do that. So this kind of council is really needed yesterday. So we definitely espouse this, Mr. Chair.
In your view, Mr. Chair, how can we strike a balance between using AI to combat fake news and also the idea of the Digital Council of the Philippines and safeguarding rights such as the freedom of expression and privacy? Do you think these are two reconcilable concepts?
Yes, because in our history, we already have self-regulatory organizations that are doing that. As you have mentioned, Mr. Chair, the KBP and former ad board, which is now the ASC, and also, I mean, I would go to the extent of even our Philippine Stock Exchange is actually a self-regulatory organization. So, definitely, first, it has to be voluntary. Second, there has to be a trust mechanism, meaning if you comply with the criteria that is being set upon you, then you have some sort of, Better Business Bureau brand, no? And then there has to be an element of complaint reportorial system, wherein for those who do not voluntarily register and they actually violate some of these criteria, there is a mechanism for the damaged public or damaged parties to be able to complain. And if the members themselves who are having themselves part of the council, there is also a mechanism for complaint.
Mr. Chair, actually the one of the objectives of this Digital Council of the Philippines is to report fake news to the major social media platforms. So the action, the final action would be taken actually by the social media platforms, and that would include also those who may not want to join the Digital Council of the Philippines if they are reported to have generated fake news. So I think that purpose is also met by the creation of this council. May I proceed, Mr. Chair, to the next resource person, who is from the CICP, or the Creators and Influencers Council of the Philippines, who, by the way, are going to hold their general meeting and their induction of officers this afternoon. Ms. Aye Ubaldo. Mr. Chair, may I proceed? Yes, okay. So now I would like to find out, how many members does the CICP have?
Right now, we would have about 100. Of course, the goal is to have more.
Yes. How do you encourage content creators to join your ranks?
Okay. I'd like to also say that we categorize them. So if you're a content creator, which is a very, very vast...
Could you come closer to the mic? Thank you. Or pull the mic closer.
So,
Sorry.
So we categorize them. So we have them as independents. We have them as brands. What we call clients. These are the, let's say, the Nestle's, the Colgate-Palmolives. So they're called brands. And then we have agencies. So these are the advertising agencies that have departments, or they have sections that are for public relations, influencers, and
okay. Ms. Ubaldo, may I find out what was the reason why you formed the CICP?
Because we knew that it was going to be a growing industry, and there were already a lot of signs, as much as, you know, back in, let's say, the late 90s or early 2000s, we knew that the internet was really going to be big. And, you know, so when you do look at digital trends, you get to realize what are the next big thing. And we in the digital industry, or speaking as myself, as, you know, like I come from a marketing communications background, so that's kind of what we need to do.
Yes. Is responsible and is the responsible practice of content creation among your objectives in this group?
Specifically for CICP, definitely, but specifically for the industry that we're in, which is the marketing communications industry. For 50 years, we've been under self-regulation. Okay, and that's very sustainable. It's very agile. It's really needed to be.
Mr. Chair, do you have a code of conduct or code of ethics that you practice?
Yes.
Yes.
We have a mission and vision, and even the industry itself, yes.
And what do you do to members who do not comply with your code of conduct, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. Mr. Chair, as you've also mentioned, and as Anton has also mentioned, even if you are not part of the industry, let's say you're not a member, you are actually responsible to know what's going on and be able to be sanctioned and accept penalties. So it's just like the law. Even if you're ignorant of the law, you are committing a crime that you don't know. So I think that industries like ours and the proposed Digital Council, being self-regulating, can also impose upon those that are not members.
So may I know your opinion about the formation of the Digital Council of the Philippines?
Well, definitely, I believe that it's a good idea. If you don't mind, Mr. Chair, if I can say something. I was really listening. This is the first time that I'm here in this kind of forum, and I was really listening to the previous speakers. And if I may say so, I find that there's really a lot of silos, a lot of people wanting to do the same thing. And, you know, the gentleman from the PCO said that there has to be collaboration with the justice system and the PCO. And then I heard another resource speaker from Davao, Mr. Mata, say something that there's a need to collaborate with the KBP, and the KBP is one of the founders of that Standards Council, of the regulating body actually. So yes, I believe that creating a digital council can really tide us through all of these high and lows.
Yes, thank you very much for your opinion. I would also like to reiterate that ideally this Digital Council of the Philippines will be apolitical, impartial, which is one of the fears expressed by one of our resource persons. And I believe that this is possible because I believe also that there is strength in unity. This body could also be likened to a guild among content creators, guidance to its members. That said, Mr. Chair, I would just like to sum up by saying that today has been a very, very big learning experience to us. And I would like to exhort, after having listened to Ms. Kiambao and Ms. Criseta Retachu, and their self-realization that, we cannot just publish or write something on social media, especially knowing that we have a big following, without verifying first the facts. We cannot spread rumors nor speculations that potentially have dire consequences. And we're talking about national security or the stability of a government. Unless, of course, that is the reason why some people, some bloggers actually practice this, which is to destabilize, which is also to mislead people, to shape public opinion and put it at the service of political interest. Now, that for me would be a betrayal of, if you are a journalist, you're calling to uphold the truth. Because in a sense, we are manipulating other people, and simply, that cannot be tolerated for the good of our country. I believe that if you have the truth on your side, there is nothing to fear. And whether you're on the side of the government or the opposition, of course, I have always believed, and it is freely practiced during this administration, your voices now are being allowed and heard under the Marcos administration. Take a look back during the previous administration. Could you hear critical voices? Could you hear voices of dissent? The ones who were brave enough
mas malala noon
to
mag-criticize.
express their voices of dissent were imprisoned
Tulog ka, madam.
7 years without a firm conviction, without due process. So, having these democratic freedoms guaranteed by the present administration, maybe it is also an invitation or calling that
binaliktad mo yun.
Gusto natin ang pagiging demokratiko.
Binaliktad mo yun.
Gusto na rin natin ang pagiging makatotohanan. If you are to criticize this government, please do it with facts on your hands. Hindi lang yung speculations, hindi lang yung rumors.
Kasi that's being unfair,
Mr. Chair. So with that, I submit to the committee also my proposal once more about the creation of the Digital Council of the Philippines. I sent a briefer to Secretary Ruiz, and this afternoon actually I'll be joining you at the CICP to encourage the stakeholders to take the initiative and form a Digital Council of the Philippines, and then we can work on the rules. But one thing I can guarantee, as a journalist myself, I understand where you're coming from, and I do respect that constitutional right to freedom of expression. But as a lawmaker, I'm fully aware that the state has a duty to regulate the exercise of this constitutional freedom by applying the least restrictive means. So, yun lang po, Mr. Chair, at nagpapasalamat ako sa oras na binigay na sa akin.
Thank you, Representative Roman. Next interpolator will be Deputy Speaker. You have something to say? Please state your name.
Sir, my name is Crisette Chu, and thank you very much for allowing me to say what I want to say. This is just in relation to what Congresswoman Geraldine Roman said, that MG and I were, we had issues about about the mistakes that we said. Sir, right now, as I'm scrolling through Facebook, I just want to say that I'm also a victim of fake news. Because it's on Facebook and on GMA that it says na I said sorry for saying mass resignation. I did not say mass resignation, sir. I said may mga nag-resign daw. The mass resignation was not on my end. So in the interest of everyone's protection, not just for social media, even for us, kasi we're also citizens of the Philippines, can you also correct? Now, I never said mass resignation, but in your news it said that I admitted, I'm crying because I'm admitting na nagkamali ako sa mass resignation. I never said that, and my post is still up. So could you kindly also correct your news, Jimmy? Thank you, sir, for allowing me to say. I really appreciate
That is
this.
noted, but that is not our responsibility. That would be the responsibility who made the news. Anyway, please, okay na.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, you are recognized. No, she was the first one. Itong, yeah.
Ms. Crisette Chu, sir, thank you very much, sir.
No, this. Yeah, you. State your name, please.
Cecilias, I'm president of Verifiles. It's a non-profit media organization. We do a lot of fact-checking. Yeah, okay. So, okay.
Pakilapit lang po yung mic kasi may problema
Yeah,
po.
Verifiles is signatory to the International Fact-Checking Network. It's an organization of more than 200 fact-checkers all over the world, and it's to be a signatory of IFC, and it's like having a good housekeeping seal, you know. So we are also two of the third-party fact-checkers of Meta Facebook in the Philippines. You know. Habang pinapakinggan ko kanina yung interpretation sa mga bloggers, as a general rule kasi, as a fact-checker, we don't fact-check opinions kasi in adherence to the freedom of expression, no? But however, you know, opinions should be based on facts, verified facts. And where do you get verified facts? One, primary statements, no? Hindi mo pwedeng kunin na kasi daw nasa news lang eh, ganon. It should come from primary statements. Ano yung primary statements? Speeches, official statements ng mga organizations, mga spokesmen, ganon. Tapos, yan, documents, ganon. So, so although we do not fact-check opinions, we fact-check the basis of the opinions, which should be facts. You know, so, because, diba, you are entitled to to paraphrase an American senator, you are entitled to your opinion,
Nay,
but you
kuha
are
ka na
not
ng
entitled to
Twitter, Nay.
facts. So,
Lapit ka na, Nay.
Ang isa pang sabihin ko is, I think I agree with I like the idea of a registry of content creators. Kasi I think as a start, we can, maybe the mechanics can be tested out later, but as a start, it's good to have that body to more or less oversee the bloggers. Kasi sa ngayon kasi parang it's a wild west yung yung
opinion
yung social
kailangan
media.
ng dokumento.
Tapos ang isa rin siguro na dapat yung na-mention, I think ni Representative Roman,
Dokumento ka sa balita, kailangan
so
ng
maybe that can
dokumento.
be included in the
na talaga, Nay.
of content creators. So, yun lang po yung
Thank you. There was another resource person who raised his right hand. Please identify yourself.
MJ Campbell po. MJ Campbell Reyes. Siguro po sa next hearing, pwede rin pong patawag yung nagsulat nitong fake news about us in the spirit of fairness. And I would also like to, yun pong pag-iyak ko at yung walang patid na pag-apologize ko is coming from the fact na dahil ayoko pong makontempt, ayoko pong ma-detain, dahil may dalawa po akong nasa critical condition na nanay at mother-in-law. Yun po yun. Pero sa mainstream media at social media ngayon, pinagtatawanan ako dahil nag-apologize ako at tinawag akong tanga. But I cannot forgive myself if I don't speak now and tell you the truth. I'm just really afraid na ma-detain at this time. At this time kasi May dalawa akong nasa critical condition na naka-bedridden na nanay at mother-in-law na nasa late stage na anytime they die. I don't want to be detained and wala ako sa tabi niya. Ayun lang po,
Miss
Mr. Chair.
MJ, at this point in time, this committee has no plans of detaining you. Was there a motion? There was no motion. So we will proceed with the next interpellation.
Mr. Chair, I just wanted to point out that although I understand, well, I'm trying to understand where the concerns of our good resource person is coming from, but I think it's baseless. Wala pa namang motion, wala pa namang nagsasabi na iko-contempt ka, wala pa namang... For as long as you cooperate, and for as long as you say the truth, and for as long as you're completely honest, there's nothing to be fearful.
Bayad ka
Not
na daw,
unless,
sir.
of course, you're hiding the truth. So, dun, pwede kang matakot. Kasi lang kung wala naman po kayong itinatago at buong katotohanan ang sinasabi ninyo, di wala po dapat kayong ikabahala. At saka wala po dapat kayong dahilan para
Ano yung fake
siguro
news?
maganda po ma'am, uminom po kayo ng tubig at baka ma-dehydrate po kayo. So anyway, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I just have some concern. Am I... Okay, yeah. Mr. Chairman, meron po ba tayong representative from BIR?
Yes, earlier he took his oath. Yeah, BIR.
Thank you very much. BIR, for the platforms of ByteDance, TikTok, Meta, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, do they contribute to the national treasury?
Your Honor, good afternoon. For the mentioned companies, Your Honor, considering that they are a non-resident foreign corporations, Your Honor, they should be taxed on their income within the Philippines, Your Honor.
So, but are they actually paying, contributing?
Your Honor, may we be allowed to confirm that with our operations group, Your Honor, and submit to this committee whether or not.
Yeah,
Thank you, Your
gusto ko lang po malaman kung may contribution po o may binabayad pong buwis ang Facebook, ang TikTok, ang Twitter, at ang iba pang mga social media platforms, because as we all know, other than the news and other than the opinions that they share, marami din pong mga selling at trading na nangyayari within their platforms, so which I think should be regulated and should be properly monitored by our government agencies, just so that, you know, we can protect the consumers and the Filipino people. ByteDance, Ma'am Peachy Paderna, yeah. Can you also provide to this committee, if you do, contribute or pay BIR taxes?
Mr. Chair, I'll take this opportunity to clarify that I'm representing Tik Tok Private Limited, not ByteDance.
Yeah.
We will do our best to comply, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. So, BIR, how long will it take you to provide the committee with the said data and information?
Your Honor, can we be given until next week, Your Honor, considering today's Friday, Your Honor?
Again, sorry.
Can we be given until next week, Your Honor, considering today is a Friday and there's no work tomorrow, Your Honor?
Okay, Chair. Yeah.
With the indulgence of the Honorable Suarez.
Kong Ravi.
Kayo po ba ang representative ng BIR in the last hearing?
No, Your Honor.
I remember because I was the chair of that hearing. The BIR was directed to submit a report on the number of social media influencers taxed by the BIR and the respective tax payments.
Yes,
Have you complied with this?
Your Honor,
My question is, have you complied with this?
Not yet, Your Honor.
May I know why?
Your Honor, we have collated the committee has given us the list of the social media. I think there are 27 of them, Your Honor, social media influencers, and we have investigated their accounts, Your Honor. Most of them are registered indeed, but considering that they're not a company, Your Honor. Some of the influencers have or their names are similar to other taxpayers, Your Honor. One of the social media influencers has been tagged for 17, 18 names, Your Honor. So, may I just interject that the BIR already created a specialized body which are a task force, kumbaga po, na dedicated to investigating social media influencers and consequently issuing letter of authority for further audit, Your Honor.
Can you give us a timeline where you can submit all this data that this committee is asking?
Your Honor, we may right now, Your Honor, we can submit the general list at most, Your Honor, but we are prohibited by the tax code, Your Honor, to give sensitive information like the payment or the taxes they paid. It's in the tax code, Your Honor. So as of now, we are prohibited unless the taxpayer waives his or her right in writing, or there be a executive session, Your Honor, where we can give the data needed, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Romy. Thank you also for informing the body that the BIR has pending documents that need to be submitted to the committee. So, Mr. Chair, I just request that the BIR comply immediately. So, my next question, BIR, other than the social media platforms, to the influencers and to the vloggers present, meron po ba kayong spokesperson na tagapagsalita, or you all speak individually? Okay, thank you very much. I just wanted to know, do you earn from your work as vlogging? Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Yes, we do. Some of us, not all of us though, because you have an option on social media to monetize. And may I continue with the tax information, because this is something that you might want to know.
I just wanted to know.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
If you do get paid
taxes
for what you do.
Yes, sir. And we do declare our taxes. In fact, we pay taxes twice. In YouTube, for example, there are taxes that are withheld for the purposes of for the U.S. And then in addition to which we pay income taxes on whatever it is we earn.
Okay.
So we tax twice.
Oo. Kasi 'di ba yung ibang mga influencers, 'di ba, for like products, minsan binabayad sila for their talent if they want to endorse specific products. So I know they get paid. So now for vlogging, do you also get the same setup? How is the arrangement in that?
It depends on the kind of vlogging that you're doing. There are some who are endorsers and they are paid for that. There are some who are product testers, and they are, depending on the platform or the kind of program that they have, they can get paid for that. I don't know if they pay income taxes on that, but yes, there is some form of remuneration for that, yes.
Siguro, Mr. Chair, this is also another important aspect to the point raised by Congresswoman Roman. You know, there also should be protected when it comes to the contracts that they enter into, di ba? Kasi more often than not, informal yung setup ng arrangements nila. So ano mangyayari kung hindi nagkabayaran o hindi tumupad sa usap, o di ba? So dapat matingnan din natin yung ganung aspeto. So for the rest of the vloggers present, would you also attest that you are also paid or in the vlogging activities that you do?
Mr. Chair, I do earn through the social media platform, but this is through the monetization program that each social media has. In TikTok, it's barely earning. Also in Facebook, actually recently in Facebook, I am fully demonetized, so I do not earn in Facebook anymore. In YouTube, they have a monetization program, partnership program, and I do earn from my vlogging endeavor through YouTube.
Okay. So, but when it comes comes to, let's say, the settling of your tax obligations, you do have to declare where the money is coming from, no? Correct?
That's how I understand it, Your Honor, because part of our audience is not in the Philippines, and of course, I am not so sure how they schedule how they monetize the earnings based from the viewers from the Philippines and from the US, but we are required to sign documents because YouTube is based in the US, so there are some documents that we have to sign wherein we have to declare that taxes are going to be
Okay, thank you very much. What about the other vloggers present?
No, Your Honor, no, I don't earn anything from social media, and like I said, I do not even want to consider or categorize myself as vlogger.
Well, how do you want to define yourself?
I'm just an ordinary Filipino, an advocate of free speech and good governance. Nagkataon lang po, kumbaga accidental lang na may mga nagkaroon ng following, pero yun nga po, opinion lang din ng mga pinagsusulat ko, and I don't blog, I don't consider myself a blogger, and I don't earn from blogging.
Okay, and Miss Chu?
Sir, I have never earned from blogging or any social media pursuits, whether endorsements or not. Thank you.
Tapos sino pa po ba yung iba nating mga... lahat po ba kayo, mga vloggers din po kayo lahat? Oh yeah, so can we get your... we haven't heard your voices. Can you introduce yourself also at the same time?
I'm Dr. Richard Mata, Your Honor, from Davao City. I'm a pediatrician basically, so I pay taxes as a pediatrician. Regarding my monetization, I had a monetization sa Facebook, but then again, nag-demonetize na naman. So basically, as of now, wala pa po. YouTube, zero po.
So sa Facebook, malakas, no? From what I've been gathering from among you, sa Facebook, meron. Sa TikTok, wala masyado. Tama po ba yun? Maliit lang.
In a sense, yes, where you focus upon, doon yung pwedeng i-monetize automatic, usually.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for my ignorance of this matter. And the next lady.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Ethel Pineda Garcia. I just use Facebook. I don't do YouTube. I don't do TikTok. And I have never monetized my account.
Okay. And then the next, yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I am Mark Anthony Lopez, and I have no credentials whatsoever. I'm just using my Facebook and my Twitter account for my own personal use. It's not monetized po. Although sa Facebook, meron po ako natatanggap na remittance because may mga nagla-like po dun sa aking post. And yun po, part yun ng Facebook monetization, pero hindi ko po yun sinulisit or hindi ko po yun in-arrange with Facebook.
Ay, yun ay kusang donasyon sa inyo?
Automatic po.
Paano pong automatic? Hindi ko po maunawaan.
Pag nag-like po, meron po option ng mga readers na pwede po nilang i-monetize yung like nila.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yun lang po ang natatanggap ko. Nung last month po, natanggap ko po 86 cents.
Okay. Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Aaron Peña po, Old School Pinoy. So, sa Facebook po and YouTube, wala po akong monetization. Sa YouTube lang po, pero hindi na po ako masyadong nagagamit ng YouTube.
Okay.
I'm Manuel Mata Jr. po, also known as Coco Locoy. And I just want to inform you all first na wala po ako natanggap na kahit anong invitation from show cause order and subpoena. So, ako po, wag nyo pong ilabas po yung aking monetization kasi baka ipasok nyo po ako sa Forbes. Kasi halos wala po ako nakukuha. And I was demonetized since last 2023, November, and I was just earning like, para makabuo po ako ng 5,000 like 3 months, 4 months.
So kayo lang po, no? Wala na po bang iba? Okay. Okay. What about from the other side? I just wanted to get an idea of how the industry works, just so that we can have a better understanding when it comes to regulations and contracts that you guys enter into. When it comes to financial contributions or contracts that you enter into. So, is that it? Wala na po bang iba?
Mr. Chair, just a quick interjection.
Yeah, go ahead.
Germain to the question of TSJJ. Gusto ko lang tanungin, did I hear it right? You said that you were demonetized. Somebody demonetized. Sorry.
Yes po, your...
what's the reason why you were demonetized? Maybe what's the violation that you committed? I'm sure there's a violation.
Okay. For those nakakakilala po sa akin, I started in TikTok, and kasi po ako po yung tao na I want conversation, I want content versus content, and there are times na when I answer another person's content to encourage content versus content para po nagpa-fact checkan, because I am not saying na ako ay isang news teller.
Sir,
ang ginagawa po kasi,
what was the exact violation you committed?
Iba-iba po, because I lost 24, I was took down 24 accounts sa TikTok. I also lost my first Facebook account. I also lost my first Facebook page.
You do admit that you have and possess multiple accounts?
No po, I needed to create another account because yung iba po one day pa lang, lalo na during the time of Bongbong Marcos, during the election of 2022, lagi po akong minamas report kahit wala pa man din akong ginagawang content.
Okay, sige. Anyway, so thank you very much. So I just wanted to find out, Mr. Chair, kung paano po kasi yung arrangement nila, kasi kung sila po ba nakakatanggap ng pera or any sort of financial contribution or contracts, with the work that they do. Mr. Chair, can I forward my next questions to Commodore J. Tariela? Yeah. Commodore Tariela, ako po kasi talagang naniniwala ako na yung West Philippine Sea atin yun eh. At ako talagang saludo ako sa pinakikita mo na ipinaglalaban mo ang soberenya ng ating bansa. Have you ever been a victim of fake news, malicious attacks on the internet when it comes to safeguarding and protecting the territorial and matters that affect the Philippines?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Yes, sir.
And what were the nature of these attacks?
Well, primarily, sir, they are calling me as a U.S. lapdog. I was recruited for CIA that even my mother cannot believe. Sa mukha-mukha lang, sir. Pero sinasabi nila I'm a CIA agent. They're also saying that I am receiving talent fee from the U.S. Embassy. At one point, they also said that I went to the residence of Speaker to receive 3 black bags. Those kind of things, sir.
And were these attacks from Filipinos or from foreigners?
From Filipinos, sir.
From Filipinos?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry for my ignorance. Are those Filipinos present in this room?
Yes, sir.
They're here now?
Yes, sir.
Can you point them out?
Mr. Mark Lopez, sir.
Mr. Mark Lopez. I can't seem to... Who is Mark Lopez? Oh, there. Okay. Mr. Mark Lopez, so dito po sinasabi ni Commodore J. Tariela na meron ka daw pong mga isinusulat na hindi makatotohanan laban sa kanya. Pwede mo po bang ipaliwanag ito?
Baka po si Commodore Tariela po ang dapat magpaliwanag kung ano po yung sinulat ko.
Okay, yes, please. I mean, I want to understand because I want to know Because you're a uniformed personnel of the Philippine government.
Yes,
no? And your duty is to uphold the Constitution and to fight for sovereignty and for the protection of the welfare of the Filipinos.
Yes, sir.
So I want to know, because if he's a Filipino and he's attacking fellow Filipinos, medyo red flag po sa akin yun. So pwede po bang may share mo pa ang uri ng mga sinabi ni Mark Lopez laban po sa inyo?
Yes, sir. Last February 5, 2025, he posted it on his X account. Si Jay Pariela ang masigasig na nagbebenta niyan, sponsored by Biden administration. And also, last August 23, 2024, he said, patriotism my ass. Kayo kaya ang taksil sa bayan dahil sunod-sunuran kayo sa dikta ng Amerika. Booking na ang kawalang hiyaan mo, Jay Pariela. And
okay, yes.
Series of postings, sir.
Yeah. Let's ask him to comment on those. Mr. Mark Lopez, you're questioning the patriotism of one of our uniformed personnel. You describe him as a lapdog of the U.S. because he's fighting for the sovereignty of our country. So, where are you coming from?
Mr. Chair, I have been reading a lot and I have been being bombarded with a lot of news about the South China Sea issue. And among this news or information that I have been able to obtain is that the United States is using the Philippines to promote its agenda in the South China Sea. And it is on Google, it is in the news. And
okay,
the basis of my assertion about Commodore Tariela is very striking because yung pong ginagamit niya mga terms regarding the South China Sea issue is very similar to the United States propaganda regarding the South China Sea issue. And it is also on record that Commodore Tariela has been to the United States, has been very supportive of the assertive transparency that is being propagated by the United States in the South China Sea.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mark Lopez. Ang hindi ko lang po I'm trying to understand, no? You're saying that he is a lapdog just because he's fighting for what is rightfully ours?
It's the same in the similar vein.
Kasi yun din naman po ang sinisigaw ng mga mamamayang Pilipino, atin po yun. Yun din po yung sinisigaw ng mga mangingisda na nanggagaling sa Zambales na araw-araw kinakawawa na binabangga ng mga Chinese militia vessels. Yun din naman po yung nararamdaman ng milyon-milyong Pilipino na yun po talaga ay para sa Pilipinas at pagmamayari ng Pilipino. At ngayon po nakakalungkot, kanina nung ini-interpolate ni Kong Rog, pati yata yung Palawan, sinakop na rin ng China sa kanilang bagong press release. No, ito po ba dahil sa nais to ng US? I don't think so.
Mr. Chair,
I think that's reckless. I'm not fighting for US interests when I'm fighting for what is Philippines, what is pro-Philippines, what is ours. I'm fighting for the Philippine interest only.
Mr. Chair, pwede ko po matanong, ano po ba yung atin na inagaw?
Ulit?
Ano po yung sa atin na inagaw?
Ano po yung?
Ano po yung ating territory na inagaw? O kinuha?
What do you, wait.
Mr. Chair, point of order, please. Do we allow, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, do we allow our resource person to ask question to one of the committee members here, Mr. Chair? Or should be the other way around?
Yes, no, I don't mind. If you want to get into a debate with me, Mr. Lopez, about this, then I'm sure we can. But my point is, you're saying that just because I, for example, believe that that is rightfully owned and that is rightfully by the Philippines, and you're saying, and your logic is I'm following US dictated narratives, ganun po ba yun?
Mr. Chair, the South China Sea issue po kasi is a very complex issue. And ang nakakalungkot po kasi, ang Pilipinas po ang ginagamit because of our strategic location. The South China Sea issue is a...
Anyway, Mr. Chair, can I request that that Mr. Lopez be refrained? I just wanted to find out where he was coming from, and he seems that his point is, tama po ba, Mr. Lopez, dahil sa palagay ninyo ginagamit yung Pilipinas? Tama po?
Tama po.
Okay. So, yes, Mr. Tariela, can you continue?
So, sir, this is a good example of how, like Mr. Lopez is countering our factual narrative in the West Philippine Sea. And this is the reason why we need to counter fake news purveyor like Mr. Mark Lopez spreading wrong information about our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit ang hirap nating pagkaisahin ng mga Pilipino sa mga pagsasalita na katulad ni Mark Lopez na ganyan, that he never hesitates to call out the aggressive actions of the People's Republic of China. And he appears to even side with the People's Republic of China's narrative.
Ako, kunyari, nung tinitira ng water cannons yung mga mangingisda natin, masakit sa akin yun. Pag binabangga yung mga Coast Guard vessels natin ng mga dambuhalang Chinese vessels, masakit sa akin.
Kagis, nawala. Umikot lahat ng mundo. Internet nila, umikot Oo. Nawalang ganda na ng banatan sana. Tangin namin. Umikot Umikot yung internet ng mga buhaya Ganda na ng banatan sana
Coast Guard vessels natin ng mga dambuhalang Chinese vessels, masakit sa akin. Pag yung mga mangingisda natin na malilit ay hindi Mr. Chairman!
That what you said.
Mr. Chairman, that's fake news!
Yes, that is why, just a point of clarification. You mentioned earlier that ang Pilipinas nag-water cannon din sa China. May I know where did you get that information? Was it in the news?
Mr. Chair, wala po ako sinabing nag-water cannon sa China.
Hindi, sinabi nyo ngayon lang.
Hindi, ang sinabi ko po nag-water cannon
Mr. Mark Lopez, pwede natin i-review yung tape. We are on the record. Kasasabi mo lang yun. At saka, did I hear it right? That he said na nag-water cannon din tayo sa China?
Nag-water cannon lang.
Nag-water cannon po tayo.
Pero, Mr. Chairman, pero Mr. Lopez,
Opo, Mr. Chair, yes sir.
makinig ka po, please. Kasi po, the issue as of now is the West Philippine Sea, the problem with China. Now, nung minention D.S. Suarez about the water cannons, nagsalita ka na tayo din nag-water cannon. Saan yun? Water cannon saan? Kasi yung pinag-usapan natin dito is the West Philippine Sea. Now, tama ka. Hindi mo sinabi na nag-water cannon ang Pilipinas sa China. But ang pinag-usapan natin dito is all about the West Philippine Sea. Now, ano yung sinasabi mong water cannon?
Mr. Chair, I premise my statement po kasi, kanina sinabi ko po, that the South China Sea issue is a complex issue.
Sandali po. Please answer my question. What do you mean that the Philippines is using water cannon?
Kasi po yung water cannon is a facility. Opo.
Huwag ka magpalusot. I warn you. You're under oath.
Ang water cannon
Sagutin mo po. where you refer that water cannon that you
Hindi po,
mentioned.
ang water cannon na deployment po kasi is one of the actions taken by a state pag meron po mga dispute na ganyan nga po.
Ang Pilipinas, ibig mo sabihin, mag-water cannon din sa China.
Pwede po.
That's your... Sinabi mo nag-water cannon.
Mr. Chair, wala ako sinabi na ang Pilipinas na water cannon ng isang kalabang state. Ang sinabi
Sandali po. But we're talking about the West Philippine Sea. This will be your last warning. Or else I will cite you in contempt. This is your last warning. You're under oath.
Opo.
What do you mean that the Philippines is using water cannon?
Mr. Chair, ang sinabi ko nga po, ang Pilipinas po, nag-water cannon, pwede po mag-water cannon.
Hindi. Walang pwede. Sinabi mo mag-water cannon.
Mr. Chair, sige po.
Mr. Chairman, with this, Mr. Chairman.
Mag-apologize po ako. Mali po ako. Sige po, fake news po ako. Ang sinasabi ko lang po, pwede po ang water cannon sa South China Sea issue.
Hindi, ganito lang po.
Fake news po ako.
Hindi, ang sinabi mo, what you said, nag-water cannon, Mr. Chair.
Opo.
If you want, we can ask the Secretariat to refer to our stenographers in the back to the statements issued by Mr. Lopez regarding that issue. So, we have never taken, I don't think, that's reckless, absolutely reckless. Anyway, I want to show a photo, but of course.
Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Lopez, okay, you apologize?
Opo, I apologize po.
Yeah, thank you for that apology. Now, this will be your last warning. Please refrain from lawyering or palusot for not telling the truth, or else the next time that you will commit that violation in this committee, I will never hesitate to cite you in contempt. Ipapakulong kita dito.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
So, I find it a little bit disturbing na, coming from a Filipino na, I mean, of all things that can come from a fellow Filipino, yung hindi pa natin pagmamalasakitan yung kapwa Pilipino. Yun, medyo, maaaring hindi tayo magkaisa sa mga political positions natin. Kasi lang kung Pilipinas na ang pinag-uusapan, dapat no questions asked. Isang bansa lang, isang bandila lang tayong lahat. Anyway, Comsec, can you just post a photo? I just wanted to get clarification on this. Yeah, can you zoom into the photo? Yeah. Can I address my questions to Miss Trixie Angeles Cruz? Is she present? Oh, there you go. Okay,
Baliktad po,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair. It's Trixie Cruz Angeles.
Huh?
Trixie Cruz Angeles, sir.
Oh, okay. Trixie Cruz Angeles. Okay. Familiar po ba kayo sa National Radio and Television Administration or NRTA ng China?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And you are fully aware that they do conduct training programs for media practitioners mula sa iba't ibang bansa?
Yes.
Dito po sa larawan, pwede niyo po ba ibahagi sa komitiba kung sino-sino po ang nandito sa larawan?
Medyo malabo po, malayo po yung, kung maaari pong lakihan para makita ko.
Okay. Yeah. Pwede naman po kayo lumapit dito, Miss Angeles.
Brown out na sa mga buhaya. Pudyo, mga buhaya.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung pangalan ng iba kasi it's been some time at hindi po kami magkakakilala lahat nung pumunta kami. So ang naaalala ko lang yan, si Miss Pia Morato who was speaking for the group. She's in front. Tuturo ko po.
Yes, please.
Si Tio Moreno, myself. He was there as a journalist and I think an information officer. He's also, I understand he's a blogger. Mr. Mark Lopez and Attorney Ahmed Paglinaw. But the others, hindi ko na po maalala yung pangalan nila.
Mr. Mark Lopez. Si Mark Lopez dyan.
Behind me. Yes, sir.
And who else, ma'am?
I don't remember the names of the others.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can you more or less tell us, Ms. Cruz, when was this seminar, where and when was it held?
In China, on May 23rd to June 5th, 2023.
So 2020. So ilang araw po kayo sa China, Ms. Cruz?
May 23rd. Mahina po ako sa math, but from May 23rd to June 5th, I assume that's about roughly about 12 days.
12 days, so more or less around 2 weeks.
More or less.
Yeah. And this seminar, was it sponsored or did you have to pay for your seminar fees?
This was sponsored.
So, ang nagbayad po nito ay yung state of China.
Yes, sir.
China government. Ang nagbayad sa inyo.
Yes, sir.
Sa travel ninyo, sa stay ninyo, at sa seminar. Okay. Paano po ba kayo naimbitahan para maging bahagi ng seminar?
Through the Chinese embassy.
Through the Chinese embassy. Pinili po kayo ng Chinese embassy.
They conduct these regularly, I understand. There are others who are also invited from the mainstream media. Pero hindi po kami magkasabay that time. So, I understand that this is conducted regularly. I think yearly. I'm not sure though.
So, it is a state-funded program by China where they invite media practitioners such as yourself. Am I correct?
I think this is one of those times where they've invited vloggers.
Okay, vloggers, yes. And can you more or less share with us what was the nature of the seminar?
They introduced new techniques in social media, such as short-form social media, how to take them. A lot of them were technical, emerging issues, but they also give a background on China. And I'm sorry, that's all that I can recall.
Okay. So, more or less, kulang-kulang isang linggo po kayo doon, no? Maayos naman po ang
Kulang-kulang ng 2 linggo.
Kulang-kulang ng 2 linggo, sorry. Maayos naman po ang pagtrato sa inyo ng bansang China habang nandun kayo. Maganda yung hotel, maganda yung accommodation.
Hindi po siya hotel.
Oh, it was in the hotel?
Hindi po hotel. Dorm po.
Dorm. Okay. So was this the first time that your group participated in such a seminar?
I don't know about your group, sir.
Oh, sorry. I mean the group that you were with.
Ngayon ko lang po sila nakasabay.
So you've been there before?
Yes, sir. There is a cultural exchange agreement between China and the Philippines since 1970s.
Okay.
I was in Xi'an for an archaeological seminar, part of our cultural exchange agreement because I'm an archaeologist.
So, si Mr. Mark Lopez, kayo po ay naging bahagi din ng seminar, tama? Oo. Naka-ilang bisita na po kayo o naka-ilang seminar na po kayo dito sa state-funded activity ng China?
Sir, yan lang po yung na-attendan ko po.
Again.
Yan lang po ang na-attendan ko.
Ito lang po yung nadaluhan ninyo? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, pa-correct lang po. Yung punta ko sa Xi'an was a conference on cultural property.
Would you think that the seminar that you attended affected your perspective or the work that you do?
Ako po o si Mr. Mark Lopez?
Kayo po, Ms. Cruz. Kasi yun naman po yung layunin ng mga seminars, di ba? Para mas palawakin ang inyong pag-unawa, mas pagalingin kayo sa trabaho na ginagampanan ninyo. So sa palagay niyo po ba nakatulong ang mga seminars na ito sa trabahong ginagampanan ninyo?
Abogado po ako at isang dalubhasa, I think, sa cultural conservation. So yung seminar, it includes a history of China, which also includes an understanding of the area. Matagal ko na pong napag-aralan yon. So medyo yung iba doon ulit na. Pero ang bago ay yung short form, yung pagturo nila ng short form type of video, which is a parang technical na seminar yon, na tinuturuan kung paano gumamit ng ibang mga platforms at yung pagturo ng appreciation ng short form. Ang short form po, yun po yung mga reels, yung mga TikTok, at saka yung 1-minute videos ng YouTube.
At I'm sure yung na-gain ninyo at napakinabangan po ninyo additional knowledge is the same with those of those other participants in the seminar. Am I true to understand that, Mr. Lopez? Am I correct to understand that?
Mr. Chair, yung akin pong takeaway dun po sa seminar na yun is that it's just an appreciation po of how China media works.
Okay. And from the other participants in today's hearing, were there other individuals there? Kayo po. Okay. Hindi ko po kasi kayo nakilala sa litrato. Sino po kayo? Have you taken your oath?
No, sir, because I was not part of the list that you called, and I did not get an invitation personally. But I came here because I was issued a show cause order for the past hearing that I could not attend because I was in Davao City, in Tagum City, and I came here just to submit that and be with my partner. My partner is Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. We are Luminous. The Facebook page and the YouTube page.
So you mentioned that you're partners?
Law partners, and also on the blog, sir, on the Facebook and YouTube page.
So abogado po kayo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so kayo po ay nandun din po sa seminar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ano pong pangalan nila?
Ahmed Pagirawan.
Okay, thank you very much. So anyway, that's all I have to ask, Mr. Chair. No? So thank you very much. At least ilamin po ng ating resource persons na nakinabang po sila dun sa state-sponsored seminar. Mas naintindihan nila yung paggamit ng mga reels, ng mga threads, ng mga short videos. Ang pakiusap ko lang, sana itong dagdag kakayahan na naibahagi po nila sa inyo ay magamit nyo po para sa kapakinabangan ng bansang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. The next interpolator will be Representative Sia John. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Mr. Chair, I'd just like to know, are we still joined by NBI? Is NBI here? NBI? Thank you. Mr. Chair, I just want to know the current state of our laws regulating the spread of fake news, because there's been a lot of discussions earlier regarding the fake news and misinformation and disinformation. I just want to know what are the laws that have been implemented insofar as countering the proliferation of malinformation, disinformation, and if there are gaps within, if there are gaps in the implementation of our laws, or if there be sort of short-handed pagdating doon sa pag-implementa ng batas, or if there's really a need to probably, Mr. Chair, to introduce some measures so that we can close the gaps. I'm sure, and based on the previous hearings, Mr. Chair, I understand that medyo this is a new frontier. I think this is a new area of concern, itong online. There has to be some sort of an additional measures or mechanism to regulate anything, or regulate the social media. Mukhang yun ang hindi pa natin nabubigyan ng pansin. So gusto ko lang po malaman from the NBI, and partially these questions have already been answered or been asked, I think, last hearing to the NBI, but just want to go back to some few salient features that we want to find out from NBI on how they deal with misinformation, disinformation. So gusto ko lang po malaman, when it comes to investigating cyber crimes, is NBI the lead agency, or do you have other agencies?
Tapusin na lang natin, walang kwenta. So yun po muli, mamaya, alas 8
Mr. Chair, I am a Special Investigator Anthony Alfred Vita from the Technical Intelligence Division of the NBI. My chief, Sir Attorney Raimundo, had to go to the Supreme Court for another engagement. Aside